Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk everything Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Back here again on the channel for another Pittsburgh Steelers game day, and oh boy, what a game we have going on here. So much has already happened, and we haven't even kicked off the ball yet. In today's matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into Chicago at 6-4. They will take on the NFC North leading Chicago Bears, who are at 7-3 on the season. This one being talked about, and why it is one of the more talked about games in this weekend's slate of NFL matchups, we will start off discussing here in a matter of moments. We will get into some top stories for today's game, some key matchups to look for, some big inactives for both of these teams. And time permitting, I will give my final predictions. Before we get into all of that and all of the pregame festivities, welcome to all of you who are in here and to all of you who will come in here during the pregame news and notes. On your way in, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a thing here on the channel. Also, like this live stream, share this live stream, leave a comment in the comment section, thoughts, questions, opinions that you may have, get those in there already. Already got a couple of commenters in here. Hello, Flacco, THP, to regular viewers. THP, what you just said right there is what we start off with today in our top stories in this matchup. Story number one, the health of Aaron Rodgers, the biggest storyline heading into today's game, maybe one of the biggest storylines across the NFL this week. What is the status of Aaron Rodgers and his left wrist injury? Rodgers injured his non-throwing hand trying to brace his body on the ground when he was sacked last weekend against the Cincinnati Bengals. It was sort of an instinctive thing, put his non-throwing hand down to sort of brace his fall. Ends up in that injury getting a slight fracture in his left wrist. He wore a brace all week, and he only did some light practicing on Thursday and Friday, making sure he can still take snaps. Also, Adam Schefter, top NFL insider, last night reporting that Rodgers had been pushing for the Steelers medical staff to give him the final decision on if he would play or not today. Now that we're here on game day, he aggressively rehabbed that injury throughout the week to prove to the medical staff that he can play. And now we know the answer on if he'll play, which is no Aaron Rodgers today. Word came down about 2 hours ago. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin in the tunnel there at Soldier Field telling CBS's Evan Washburn, "I'll provide you with complete clarity. He, Rodgers, not going to play today. He fought his tail off all week, but that's the prudent play to make for us as a collective. And so he won't be playing this week. We'll let Mason start. And obviously, he's absorbed the most reps this week. Indeed, he has. Rudolph taking first-team reps for a majority of practices this week." More on this situation. At about 10 a.m. this morning, Rodgers entered Soldier Field carrying his bags with just his right hand. After he dropped his bags off in the locker room, did a walk around the field with Ben Skoranek and pretty much flipped off every single camera that he could find with his right hand, concealing his left hand in his sweatshirt coat pocket. Hindsight being 2020 now, Rodgers being that angry, giving the bird to every single camera that he can find. He probably knew that he was not going to be going in this one before the bus even left the team hotel there in Chicago. I'm sure it's a frustrating moment for Rodgers because he will not now get his last game in against this Bears franchise that he has owned for decades. 64 passing touchdowns in his career against Chicago, owner of a 25-4 record against the Bears, 12-3 at Soldier Field there in Chi-Town. Rodgers, in what was probably his last chance to play Chicago, will not get the opportunity to play today, so I'm sure he is frustrated as all hell. Back to, his replacements here. Just like Tomlin said, Mason Rudolph, he will get the start today. Last week in the second half against the Bengals, 12 for 16, 127 yards, one passing touchdown. The offense looked like it didn't lose all that, or didn't look like it took a step down in efficiency with Rudolph. I mean that as a compliment to Rudolph, not sort of comparison between Rudolph or Rodgers here or some sort of underhanded dig at Rodgers. So even with A-Rod out today, and I'm sure other Steelers fans out there, they do feel fairly excited and confident to see what Mustache Mason can do here today. Also, Rudolph putting in the work off the field, putting in the work off the field in Chicago. If you guys have seen some videos circulating the internet this morning, that's pretty funny. Also, if you really want to see Steelers fans get excited or nervous, whichever one you choose, probably both, if you want to see them really get excited or nervous today, the most hyped up 6th round quarterback since Tom Brady, rookie Will Howard, now today the backup, and he is one injury away to Mason Rudolph from getting his first NFL action, period. No preseason for Rudolph, no preseason action, no action since he's been activated off of IR. He is just one wrong twist of a leg, one wrong hand on the follow through, hitting a helmet away from Will Howard, completely as rookie can get going in there today against the Chicago Bears. So we'll see where things lead there. Story number 2, we're staying on the injury front here. As much as it sucks, the Steelers don't have Aaron Rodgers, and as confident as we are in Mason Rudolph to take up the reins here today, Rudolph, he will be going up against a severely banged up Bears defense here today. Pretty much it's who's left standing here today for Chicago. I think the Steelers, they have a very opportunistic defense. They're going up, meaning that they are going to have some excellent matchup advantages to exploit. Chicago going through their injury situation here. Let's start up front and work our way back. On the D-line, Bears are still fairly healthy there. They do got some good players. Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett to name 2. But they are down their starting right defensive end, Dayo Odeyingbo, and second-round rookie out of this past year's draft, Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M. You move back to linebacker. They are destroyed there right now. Just to go through them, no Tremaine Edmonds, their number 1 middle linebacker. He has a groin injury, kept him out of practice all week. He was put on IR yesterday. No TJ Edwards either, former Philadelphia Eagle. Did not practice at all this week, had both a hand and a hamstring injury. Boom, just like that, your starting tandem in the middle of that defense, gone for Chicago. And then the football gods said, wait, we hate Chicago even more. They put down Noel Sewell as well. I believe he is a second-year linebacker out of Oregon. He, with an elbow injury, did not practice at all this week either. You move into the secondary for Chicago. They are down 2 of their top corners. You got Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. Both are still on IR. Tried to practice a little bit this week. They will not be activated today. They are out. So the Bears at corner, they are down to a fairly decent Tyreek Stevenson, Nashawn Wright, and CJ Gardner Johnson at nickel. So those injuries for the Bears, massive right now. Chicago at middle linebacker especially, they are down to a 4th-round rookie out of Maryland, Ruben Hypolite II, and veteran DeMarco Jackson as their starters today. Talk about giving a test for your depth. Just to recap, Bears down one of their starting defensive end, their top 3 linebackers, and their 2 top outside corners. And by the way, half of the guys playing on this defense today, they are coming in with some sort of injury or ailment already. Their injury throughout the week, long as hell, longer than Santa's Christmas list. Naughty and nice list at this time of year. The Steelers, again, golden opportunity in front of them, going up against this depleted unit. Let's just hope that they don't do something we've seen from them before and play down to a banged up and lesser competition. That now takes us into key matchups for today's game. Matchup number 1, this matchup here, I wasn't going to change or alter whether Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers played. The Steelers quarterback and tight ends against these Bears linebackers. You today, Arthur Smith, Mason Rudolph, are going up against a 4th-round rookie and a veteran backup I've never even heard of. Probably also a couple of practice squatters. Seeing that, I want to see our tight ends today get the ball early and often. Let Pat Freiermuth go out and route these guys. see if you can finally get Jonnu Smith going. If you're not going to get him going in today's game, are you ever really? And also give Darnell Washington the ball again and see if he can one-up his angry run from last week. He's deserved some more touches as well. And, if the Bears, they put safeties on these tight ends, I will still say target them because strong safety Jaquan Brisker, he was on the injury report earlier this week with a shoulder injury. And they're starting free safety Kevin Byard, former Tennessee Titan. He isn't as spry as he once was either in his age 32 season. The Steelers targeting tight ends at 33.1% of their passes this season. That's second most in the NFL, and I expect that same percentage, maybe even higher here today. Arthur Smith, again, your play calling has been a little bit suspect this year. Let's not reinvent the wheel here, and let's get the tight ends the ball and attack this Bears defense weakness. Another matchup here, the Steelers' big three at wide receiver versus these Bear backup corners. Similar to the tight ends, I want to see DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, and Calvin Austin show that they have a little bit more life in them today. I know I said attack with the tight ends, but when the ball comes these guys' way, I expect them to make plays. They're down to the Bears' number three corner, and guys behind him, they're back of the roster practice squad guys. Just like Jonnu Smith, if you are not going to get this wide receiver group going, if they can't put together a quality showing when the ball comes their way against this banged up unit down their top two outside guys, then that will pretty much disintegrate any sort of confidence that we have in them moving forward for the rest of the season. Matchup number 3 here, two more. The Steelers DBs and Bears wide receivers sort of flopping sides of the ball here. Today, another good test for the Steelers secondary to keep stacking together some high-quality performances. They're coming off of one of their best games of the season, letting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins have just 6 catches on 18 targets, somewhere in that neighborhood. And they're going to have another quality wide receiver room to go up against here today. I wonder how the Steelers are going to deploy their corners on these wide receivers, but I believe how they match up will be key into keeping Chicago's air attack quiet. That will be big here today. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden for Chicago. Those are the big 3 for Caleb Williams to throw to. They have helped the Bears generate the 6th highest explosive play rate in the NFL. That tells me this outstanding safety tandem as of late, Kyle Duggar, Jalen Ramsey, they are going to have another big day today. Hopefully they do. And wrapping up some pregame notes here in quick fashion, the last top matchup that I'm looking for here today, that's going to be the Steelers edge rushers versus these Bears offensive tackles. As much as I think Bears quarterback Caleb Williams has improved greatly this season with who is it? Why am I blanking on his name? Ben Johnson, their new head coach. As much as I think Caleb Williams has been super good with Johnson as his new head coach, I still think second-year guy, you can rattle him if you get some pressure early on him. And that pressure, it's going to need to stem from TJ Watt and Nick Herbig. Starting with Herbig here, coming off another good game where he filled in nice for Alex Highsmith, recorded another sack. That's now 6.5 on the team, leads the Steelers. He's going to be going up against a backup today in second-round rookie Ozzie Trapillo out of Boston College. Hasn't seen action at all this season, has Trapillo. He fills in for starting left tackle Theo Benedict with a quad injury. Regardless of who was starting for Chicago here, I was going to say this is a key matchup for Herbig either way, because you're either going to go up against a hobbled Benedict with a quad injury or a rookie who's very, very inexperienced. Herbig, go out there, go hunting here today. TJ Watt on the other side, he's got a hobbled matchup a bit of his own. You got Darnell Wright, I believe, 3rd-year tackle in the league now. First-round pick, former first-round pick out of Tennessee. He has a pec and a hip injury. So that pec injury, that's going to affect, the strength of his punch attempts at Watt, and that hip is going to limit his mobility a bit. The speed of Watt and Herbig, I think, could play big today. They could draw a couple of penalties if they can't get to the quarterback. Bears, with 80 penalties on the season, that is up near the top in the NFL. So how these two do today in this Titan on Titan matchup. This Bears offensive line pretty good. This Steelers defensive line getting better as the season goes along. How these two fare in their matchups today, I think, will go a long way in affecting who controls the trenches and who might ultimately win this ball game. Game over here on my right coming on here in a moment. 8 of you in here right now. I promise we are going to get to your comments here in a second. Inactives, real quick for today's game. The Steelers, 5 inactives. Aaron Rodgers, of course, with the wrist injury, will not play. He's not even designated as the emergency third quarterback, too. So hopefully the Steelers all of a sudden don't drop like flies at QB. Outside linebacker Alex Highsmith, he will miss his second straight game as well. Practiced in a limited capacity all week with that pec injury he has. Was questionable heading into the weekend. Was ruled out yesterday. 3 healthy inactives for the Steelers. Logan Lee, Andres Pete, Broderick Martin-Jones. 3 normies in the press box there for the black and gold. Some good news on the injury front for the Steelers. Both defensive tackle Cam Hayward and corner Darius Slay, who were questionable heading into the weekend, they will play today. Both upgraded to active yesterday. Hayward, his ankle injury that had him wearing a boot, not an issue. Darius Slay out of concussion protocol. We'll see how he slots back in to the secondary here today, what his play time looks like. Also, update on Corey Trice Jr. He will remain on IR for the rest of the season. Second straight week that the Steelers do not have any practice squad elevations either for Marquez Valdez-Scantling or Asante Samuel Jr. For the Bears, Case Keenum, emergency quarterback. 3, they're inactives. Travis Homer, running back with a hamstring. Noah Sewell, TJ Edwards, who we mentioned. Theo Benedict as well, their starting left tackle. 2 healthy inactives for them, Jade Walker and defensive lineman Jonathan Ford. They have had multiple call-ups from the practice squad. 2 middle linebackers, Carl Jones Jr. and Jalen Reeves-Maben. Also running back Britton Brown and tight end Nikola Kolinek. So there it is. Top stories, key matchups, and inactives, ladies and gentlemen. And Chris Boswell, he's going to line this one up and kick it away. And we are underway on the south side of Chicago. This one is going to be brought upfield, I believe. It's not Devin Duvernay, the former Baltimore Raven. Instead, that was, I think, Britton Brown, number 38. He gets the return and brings it out to about the 25-yard line, and that is where the Chicago Bears will start their drive here today. 7 of you in here. Hopefully more people come in along as the program goes on here today. First snap of the ball game here for the Bears. I misjudged that return. It's going to be at about the 29-yard line here for Chicago. Caleb Williams under center, and it's going to be a handoff to the former Philadelphia Eagle, DeAndre Swift. He will just run ahead and get a yard there. Ran into a wall of Steelers defenders. Heavy personnel for both squads there on that line for both teams. 2nd and 9 now. Steelers look like they could be rushing 5 here. We'll see what they do. Williams with Swift to his right in the backfield. Now a man in motion. That's the case. It's another handoff to Swift, and he is going to stutter step for a moment and then run into the waiting arms of Keanu Benton and Derek Harmon. That's another minimal gain. It's now going to bring up 3rd and 6. Again, this is a heavyweight matchup right now between this offense for the Bears and this defense for the Steelers. This Bears offense this season, they have allowed just 2.2 sacks plus giveaways per game. That is the lowest in the NFL. The Steelers averaging 5.1 sacks and a takeaway per game. That is second most in the NFL. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now here for Chicago. Again, a back to Caleb Williams' right. Williams dropping back to pass, firing. It's tipped up into the air and almost picked. Believe he was looking for the rookie out of Michigan, Colston Loveland. 10th overall pick Williams. That throw was high. I'm not sure. It looks like that was Kyle Duggar coming down from safety who got in there, made contact with Loveland to break up that ball, and Brandon Eccles tracking that fluttering pigskin through the air, could not track it and could not catch up to it. It falls incomplete. Punt now for the Bears. That is Taylor, the former Iowa Hawkeye, back to receive it. It's Calvin Austin up the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds hard. I believe that is number 92 there for the Bears. That is Daniel Hardy, backup defensive end, gives Austin a shot as he heads out of bounds, brings that ball up to the 20-yard line, so just as good if it would have been a touchback. And here he comes to save Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. I have this right here. I have not put it on. There's no Steelers game on Christmas this year, so I'll put it on here. Mason Rudolph, he is here to save the day. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, will you guide the Steelers offense today in Chicago? It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the black and gold at the 21. It's going to be a run here off the left side for Kenneth Gainwell, and he is going to get a solid gain of 9 yards right there. The whole offensive line, I think, shifted to the right there for a minute, then went back to the left. That's where Mr. Gainwell ran to. Now Jalen Warren will come onto the field. Great seeing Warren as well. Did not mention him in the injury portion of the pregame notes. Ankle injury against the Bengals. Said he could have returned in that ball game. Ultimately did not. He is good to go here today. Pat Freiermuth in motion for the Steelers. Snap taken by Rudolph. He's looking to pass. He's going to take a deep shot down the sideline looking for Metcalf. And oh my God, is that picked? That is Nashawn Wright, who was in front of DK Metcalf. He caught that ball. Did he stay in bounds? That is a one-handed catch, and 2 feet down. Did he maintain possession? Oh my God, it is an interception for the Bears. Gets the hand up for the tip. Gets both arms on it. Both feet are in bounds. And Mason Rudolph on his first pass attempt of this ball game, deep down the left sideline looking for Metcalf, is picked off. Are you kidding me? Wow. Jeez Louise. Let's go here to the comments section. 9 of you in here right now. Going to catch up on your comments here that you guys have been dropping while I was doing some pregame notes. Concepts earlier. I'm happy Mason is starting. Also really wanted to see Aaron playing against Chicago. That definitely makes the Steelers wanting Rodgers to play against Chicago even more realistic right there. Wow. Lots of you guys greeting each other in the comments section. Chicago tried to call me to play middle linebacker for them. Had to decline, sadly, says Concepts. That's hilarious. Had I heard on the radio, Burrow apparently looks great, but don't know if he was starting. Joe Burrow, he is not active for the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend. However, could he be active for Thanksgiving Day against the Baltimore Ravens? That is Thanksgiving night. That wouldn't be the worst thing for us Steelers fans, having Burrow go against the Ratbirds, maybe try to get them off of our tails a bit. Lance here, think Mason will use the middle of the field and the tight ends very effectively today if he gets time to throw. Had time to throw right there, and he was just looking for a deep shot early, and that was a hell of a play there by that corner. Just, wow. First pass attempt of the game, and Rudolph is picked. Maybe a little bit too much swiping on Tinder or something for Mason Rudolph more than preparing for the game. If you know what I mean, if anyone's seen the videos out there, apparently Rudolph spotted on a dating app in Chicago. From an outsider point of view here, THP would think this could be a close game. Bears probably have the edge, but the Steelers are capable if they can get turnovers. Don't run over the ball, run the ball. Agreed there. And I didn't get to my final predictions. I do have the Steelers losing this game by, I think, 2 points, 23-21. It just feels like a typical Steelers trap game where they're going to play down to banged up competition, eerily similar to the Bengals Thursday night game from about a month ago now. Feels eerily similar to that one where you have so many advantages in your favor, yet it's going to be a crap show, honestly. And there's the reactions to the pick here. Not a catch, refs or garbage, says Concept. Already putting on the tinfoil hat. Caleb Williams to pass here. And oh my goodness. Almost. Okay, hit the ground. I thought that was picked there by James Pierre. First play of this drive here for Chicago. Williams downfield had a wide open Luther Burden, I believe. Threw it behind him. Burden tried to make a sliding catch, and it popped right into the arms of James Pierre. Thought that might have been a pick, but apparently it hit the ground. Flacco here. We want Rodgers, LOL. This is, not off to a good start. Caleb Williams back to pass here on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to run it here out to the right, and he is going to run out of bounds just a yard shy of the first down marker. Did not have this in my key matchups for today's game, but also pay attention to how these Steelers linebackers doing their lateral movements here today. Caleb Williams, very underrated with his scrambling abilities, and you would want to keep an eye on him. Don't let him beat you with his legs, because that'll open up the passing game even more. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here for Chicago. They are at the Steelers 46 here. They are about a foot away from the first down marker. Williams under center. It's going to be a handoff here to DeAndre Swift. He is going to pick up that first down on a gain of 4. So move the chains. Our first down of the game. Tackle made by Malik Harrison. To the comments here again. Black Magic in here. Welcome. Mr. Magic says Mason is trash already. Wow. Looks like we got Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston things in Detroit. A deep touchdown pass already in that game there against the Lions. Williams, again, a handoff here on 1st and 10. I believe that is Kyle Monangai. I believe a 6th-round rookie out of Rutgers, having himself quite the season. That's going to be a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards there for Chicago. Great job by Derek Harmon to plug up the initial gap Monangai was about to hit. It's a gain of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Monangai in the backfield again. They have an offensive lineman here, the Bears do, as a fullback. They hand it to Monangai running up the middle. He cuts, and he is going to get up past the first down marker up to the 27-yard line before he is tackled at the legs by Kyle Duggar. So another chain mover there for Chicago, and they are on the outskirts of the Steelers' red zone here. Steelers defense trying to hold here. Now they're starting to get gashed a bit by the run. Echelon in here. Welcome, Echelon. Everyone hates Rodgers, and yet this bum Mason is horrible and overhyped. No one in here, I think, is slighting Rodgers. I don't think there's anyone here slighting Rodgers while building up Rudolph. Pass here over the middle, and it's caught by Burden, and he is going to be down at around the 10-yard line, inside the 10. So Chicago now, from the outskirts of the red zone to the outskirts of the goal line. Joey Porter Jr. blitzing as a slot corner there on Burden, and Williams fires a strike to him over the middle of the field. Chicago nearing this first touchdown of the game. Williams under center again. Another handoff here. That's Monangai, and he is going to be wrapped up and taken down here after a gain of 1 by Malik Harrison. Great job there. 2nd and 9 now. Comments keep rolling in here. Literally a few plays into the game, and we're already turning on Mason Rudolph, says THP. Crazy. Was not expecting the game to start like this. 2nd and 9 here. The Bears have only passed the ball twice on this drive. They've ran it 5 times. 2nd and 9. Williams to pass. Firing middle of the field. High and incomplete, and a late flag. Was waiting and waiting some more. It was a bit of a delay, but they are going to get Peyton Wilson here on a holding call. Williams was looking for Cole Kmet, and that is pass interference on Peyton Wilson. Ball got out in a hurry. Kmet held a little bit on as he came out of his route, and that was enough to draw the flag. PI, and the Bears now first and goal. Steelers take Wilson off the field here. They go jumbo personnel here, do the Steelers. Empty backfield for Williams, looking to pass, firing, and it is going to be caught, and that is a touchdown for Chicago. It is DJ Moore. And the Bears are going to strike first in this ball game. And this thing that the Steelers have become so great at this year, turning the ball over on defense, capitalizing with offense, the Bears give them a dose of their own medicine. As the second receiving touchdown of this season for DJ Moore. Had a bit of drop issues earlier on. No issue there. I think it was a short slant right there. He was just inside the goal line when he made that catch. Extra point here. It's going to be up and good for Chicago. Their kicker, still Cairo Santos. He's been there for a while. So 7-0 Chicago to start off this ball game. Looking at the replay here again, looks like Jalen Ramsey was covering DJ Moore on that play. I think out of his, I'm not sure if Ramsey fell or if there was some contact there. He went down on the play, which led Moore to being somewhat wide open to make that catch. And not a good start for the Steelers. Not a good start to this game. Good start on the first drive. Defense gets a 3-and-out. First pass of the game for Mason Rudolph. It's picked, and the Bears make quick work of the Steelers' defense, and it's Williams to Moore for the first touchdown of the game. Back to the comment section. Concepts here. Pierre should have 2 picks with these refs. No way he had full possession if Pierre's didn't count. Still talking about that Nashawn Wright pick. Did not see the ball below his body, so you couldn't really tell if it moved or not. Definitely had 2 feet in bounds. Echelon here again. There's really people in the beginning of the season, they said, let's roll with Mason. So we're going back to that. Not comparing Mason or Rodgers here. Rodgers clearly the better quarterback, but just today, no one slighting Rodgers, Rudolph in no one slighting Rodgers to build up Rudolph here. I don't think anyone's doing that right now. Doubt Mason gets pulled this game, but I'm curious what Will Howard looks like too. I am curious as well, THP. Has there ever been a quarterback that has had no preseason action and, midway through the season just gets thrown in there? That's what Will Howard's looking at today if Mason Rudolph goes down with injury. Concepts here, clean coverage. Refs are the Bears fans today. What a joke. Talking about that PI on Peyton Wilson. Definitely, the ball was pretty much there in a hurry, so it wasn't immediately after it was immediately after a little bit of a grab. I think, just a one wrong step from Wilson, and that's all it needed. That's all the refs needed to throw a flag there after they saw him grab. Second one and call a deep ball. Arthur Smith special. Remember when Matt Canada used to do that type of predictable play calling? We're getting there slowly but surely with Arthur Smith. Definitely has cleared Matt Canada. What the hell just happened? Talking to you guys, what the hell just happened? Kenneth Gainwell on the kickoff was just tackled down. Oh my God. On the kickoff from the Bears, Cairo Santos, the ball hits just inside the 20, so it is inside the landing zone. It takes a hop on Kenneth Gainwell, ricochets away from him, and by the time Gainwell picks it up, he can only get back to the 5-yard line. So the Steelers are going to start this drive backed up on their own goal line. What a shit show it is to begin the day, and there's no other way to put it. Jumbo tight end personnel here for the Steelers. Jalen Warren running up the right side, tries to hurdle Tyreek Stevenson, and that is a pickup of 12 there for number 30 in black and gold, and that is a Pittsburgh Steelers first down. Talk about going from the shadow of your goal line to having a little bit of breathing room there. Good pickup there by Jalen Warren. I was about to say a jumbo tight end set for the Steelers there. Spencer Anderson was lined up as a fullback there, and he made a big block there to spring that run for Jalen Warren up the right side. Good pickup there for the black and gold. New set of downs here from the 17-yard line. Metcalf in motion, and it's a jet sweep here to DK Metcalf, and he is going to pick up 7 there. We just brought up Matt Canada. That is a Matt Canada special right there. The old jet sweep to the wide receiver. Worked that time for positive yardage, but unlike Canada, who called it every other play, he was able to get positive yardage there. Was Metcalf. It actually worked. Going to get to more of your comments here in a second. Thomas Dowdy in here. Welcome. Yeah, that camera angle on that kickoff, that was all sorts of messed up. So that's why I was confused what the hell was happening. 2nd and 4 here for the Steelers. Again, Anderson lined up as a fullback. It's going to be a pitch here to Jalen Warren, cutting to the right, and he is going to fall forward for, I think, an additional 2 yards. So now make it 3rd and 2nd here for the Steelers. They only given him a yard there. He had more than a yard. Come on. That's terrible ball placement. 3rd and 3 now. Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator for Chicago. Lead former New Orleans Saints head coach, if I'm not mistaken. 3rd and 3 here. Will the Steelers put it in the air after Mason Rudolph's pick on his first pass attempt of the game? We'll see how his second goes right here. Warren motions out of the backfield. Rudolph. It's going to be a quick screen here to DK Metcalf. Beautifully blocked there by Warren and Ben Skoranek. Needed 3. They got 6. Metcalf getting the first down there for the Steelers. Warren, a big block on Stevens. Skoranek, a block there on C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And that's a chain mover there for the black and gold. Tackle made by, I believe that's DeMarco Jackson, the backup middle linebacker. He and Ruben Hypolite filling in for 3 injured linebackers here today. This one's going to be a pass downfield, and it's caught there by Ben Skoranek at the 50. And another first down for the Steelers. Looks like the Bears were in zone coverage right there. And that is Skoranek running across the field towards the Steelers sideline, just over the head of Stevenson. And that is a first down pass on first down for the black and gold. They're going to mark the ball here at the Chicago 49, so the Steelers into Bears territory. Kenneth Gainwell getting a direct snap here. Is Jonnu Smith out there blocking? What play call was that, Arthur Smith? It worked a bit. A direct snap to Kenneth Gainwell. Lined up behind the center, and Jonnu Smith as a fullback. Big block there up the right sideline. It's a gain of 5 for the Steelers. We'll take it. We will take it. How about that there? 2nd and 5. Rudolph back under center now. Roman Wilson motions. Kenny G in the backfield. DK Metcalf motions. Gainwell, the handoff. Finds a hole up the middle, and he's going to get a first down there. Needed 5. Looks like he got every single bit of that 5 yards. 1st and 10 now. There's a look again. Haven't said it yet, but this is now, we're what? Around 5-ish minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 4, actually. 4 minutes and counting down here left in the first quarter, and they've shown Aaron Rodgers about 10 times on the Steelers sideline. They show him again right there in his sweatshirt and hat. Will Howard standing next to him, helmet on, ready to come in at a moment's notice if he's needed. Mason Rudolph, the pass here. It's going to be a short hitch here to DK Metcalf. That's going to be a gain of 3 yards here, so 2nd and 7. Steelers now on the 2nd and 7. They pop up this graphic. The Steelers offense have gone 60 consecutive games with scoring fewer than 7 points, 7 or fewer points in the first quarter. That is the longest streak, I think, in NFL history. Looks like you got Pat Freiermuth in here besides Broderick Jones. It's going to be a fake of the handoff here. Good move there by Calvin Austin to make a man miss, and he is going to get about 5 yards there, almost getting the first down. That was a slow developing play here for the Steelers. Faking the handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. If Rudolph gives that ball to Gainwell, he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Got a quick pass out here to Calvin Austin, who made a man miss in the backfield. And he got positive yardage. The Bears had that play sniffed out 99% of the way. That 1% was Calvin Austin to make a man miss and get positive yardage. It's now 3rd and 2 here. The terrible towels there in Chicago are waving. Metcalf motioning again. Rudolph taking the snap, looking to the right. Now back to the left. Good block out there by Spencer Anderson. Up the sideline and out of bounds. Past the 20-yard line by Kenneth Gainwell. Another screen play for the Steelers. Gainwell, grass wide open in front of him. Out there was Spencer Anderson getting a big block there on Daniel Hardy, the backup defensive end. And it was Jackson, the backup linebacker, who knocks him out of bounds. Steelers into the red zone now. 18-yard line, another screen here. Jonnu Smith, he is going to rumble ahead up past the 10-yard line, down at the 10. Another chain mover for the Steelers. Well, no, not a chain mover. Excuse me. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here, but another solid screen play there. Anderson and Broderick Jones that time doing the blocking, the screens. They are working mighty fine right now. Clock now down, approaching a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Mason Rudolph on this drive, 6 for 6, 56 yards. Now we got the Steelers slow to line up here. They're going to take a timeout here. Clock stops at 54 seconds. Mason Rudolph, I think, maybe not getting the entire play call in there. He's going to walk to the sideline and get a word with, looks like Tom Arth there, the Steelers quarterback coach, is who he's talking to first. Then he'll go with Arthur Smith. Steelers, maybe a response here, hopefully, against the Bears. We'll see what they can do here. Back to the comment section here. Concepts here. Wild to blame Mason for a goofy play call. Get Mason in rhythm. WTF, Arthur Smith. Yeah, first play of the game, a deep shot down the sideline. Not sure that's the one you want to, give to Mason Rudolph. What they've been doing this drive is what they should have been doing on that. What they should have done on that first drive. Rudolph, some screen plays, some quick completions on some hitches. And now the Steelers, 2nd and 2 here. Heavy look here for the black and gold. Darnell Washington out there. Washington motions now. Rudolph, handoff running straight ahead. Jalen Warren fights through contact, and he is going to get a gain of 4. That is going to set up the Steelers 1st and goal at the 6. A sea of bodies in front of number 30, and what he decided to do, I'll go right through that pack of Bears defenders, and he's going to get the first down here. But before we do anything else here, we got a Bears player down here. Not sure who that is for Chicago. No idea who that is here for Chicago. They're going to take a commercial break here. Did not get a good look at a number. Looked like it might have been Montez Sweat. I think that was a defensive lineman build right there. We'll know who that is here when we come back from commercial in a moment. Back to the comment section here. THP, Bears rush defense ranked 25th, need to run the ball while they can. Well, when they have ran the ball, it has been successful. And these, screens, to the flat behind the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two at most beyond the line of scrimmage, they have been working. I think that's they're using that as part of their run game as well. And they're exploiting these backup Bears corners right now, getting some backup tackles. Spencer Anderson out there. They've gotten Darnell Washington out there, I think, once or twice. Broderick Jones, he's been moving well, getting out there to block. So that's been working on this drive for the Steelers. Can they keep it up and, get some maybe traditional between the tackles running going? Jaylen Warren, when he's been out there doing it, it's been working. We'll see if they continue it here. Concepts. Remember the Eli Rogers muffed punt / free kick. There's always a one game-changing play in these games. It always seems like there's one wild play or another in these, types of Bears games. There was that. There was, remember the blocked, extra point or field goal a handful of years ago that I think someone might have been Derek Tuska or Chris Boswell ran back and punched it out before the dude crossed the goal line. There's always something weird in these Bears games. Hopefully that one weird play is out of its system now. Thomas Dowdy in here again. After this, DJ needs to show up, or we need to think about benching him, send him a notice, and start producing, or we'll take away your $43 million. Directed to the point there, Thomas. As long as TJ, impacts the game at some point here, I'll take that as a win. Should he be, getting pressure on Caleb Williams going up against Darnell Wright, who has a litany of injuries right now that he's fighting through? I think so, but I expect TJ Watt to make a game-changing play at some point here. May not need to be early in this ball game, but at some point. Back from commercial break here. Steelers empty backfield for Mason Rudolph. It's going to be a design screen out here, and DK Metcalf gets in. He is into the end zone. That is a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. Had about 3 different guys blocking for him as he ran around behind Rudolph in the empty set, and he runs over someone at the goal line. The Steelers punch it into the end zone. Let's take a look here. Metcalf lined up as a slot receiver, and he had all 3 tight ends blocking for him there. Washington, Freiermuth, and Jonnu Smith all blocking for the big wide receiver, DK Metcalf there. And the Steelers, they are on the board. Chris Boswell's kick is up and through. And it is now a 7-7 ball game. A bit of a blip on the radar there for the Steelers offense. First drive pick by Mason Rudolph. The Steelers come back out, and they just screenplay after screenplay after screenplay to, kingdom come on this Bears defense, and it worked. They tie up this ball game at 7 apiece. Let's go back to the comment section here on concepts here in Echelon. Y'all still bickering about Arthur Smith there at OC. We ran like 6 screens. Doesn't trust the quarterback. I mean, this is what it looks like when the OC doesn't trust the quarterback. Maybe talking about did JJ Watt say something? I see you putting that in there, concepts. Hey, it worked that time. Is it something you're going to live off of the entire game? No, but that drive, if one thing kept working, keep going with it. And they put it in the end zone there. Some rookies making their first start is what the announcer said before commercial. Okay, so that's what said. That's who it was for the Bears. Wonder if that was the linebacker then. Kickoff here for Chris Boswell. This is going to be returned now, running towards the sideline and out of bounds. That's a good return there for Devin Duvernay. And we got a flag here. So hang on. Let's see what this flag is about here for Chicago on the return. Some reactions in the comments here. Mason, TD goes as a touchdown pass in the books, even though it was pretty much a lateral there to Metcalf. Steelers marched the ball 95 yards down the field. Indeed, they did, THP. That is going to be a holding on the return. Team is the penalty on the return here. That is number 81, Durham Smythe, one of the backup tight ends for the Bears. I believe he held number 49 for the Steelers, Sebastian Castro. Didn't know he was up from the practice squad for this game. Sebastian Castro, undrafted rookie out of Iowa. Steelers had him during the preseason and training camp. He then goes for a nice 2-month or so vacation down to the Buccaneers, and then the Steelers pick him back up once Deshaun Elliott went down with injury and once they cut Juan Thornhill. It's going to be a first down run here for the Bears at their own 20. It's going to be a gain of a couple for DeAndre Swift, but another flag comes in here. Wonder what this is going to be. And that is another holding call. And we just mentioned him a moment ago, Thomas Dowdy. I mentioned this in the pregame notes. I said these Steelers edge rushers, they can affect this game more way than just getting to the quarterback. They draw their first holding penalty of the game there. TJ Watt drawing the hold on Darnell Wright, grabbing Watt from behind around the hips. Almost like like they're at a high school dance right there. Watt would have definitely blown up that play in the backfield had he not held him, but it hurts the Bears regardless. That is the end of the first quarter. Pretty fast-moving first quarter, if I had to say so myself. To the comment section again here. Love you, Steelers marching 73 yards. My dad in the comment section. Cassius Marsh. That instinctively went to my mind there. Their concepts. I see 49 out there on the field for the Steelers. Cassius Marsh just popped up in my mind first. Not going to lie. Speaking of a former Steeler and Chicago Bear, Cassius Marsh. And we just mentioned a moment ago weird plays in these Bears-Steelers games. Of course, everyone remembers the Cassius Marsh taunting penalty that was called on a Monday night game from years ago. I believe that was maybe Big Ben Roethlisberger's final season. Yeah, that definitely popped into my mind. What the hell is Cassius Marsh doing out there? I don't think he's in the NFL anymore, is he? I don't know. Anyways, on to the second quarter now between the Steelers and the Chi-Town Bears. Weather there in Chicago, by the way, a sunny 54 degrees, but looking at some videos of some Steelers players coming out of the tunnel for pregame, looks like it was snowing there at Soldier Field. So think that I think could get maybe a little bit of snow here on the TV screen. Have not noticed it yet, but that'd be cool if it was not a frozen tundra game, but a game where some flakes are coming down. See in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 7 of you in here right now. All of y'all greeting each other in here. Let's go Jets, says Flacco. Are they taking on the Browns or something today? The Jets, yeah, though, they're taking on Baltimore. Tyrod Taylor, do us a favor. That game, 0-0. They just began the second quarter as well. Also, just because I want to truly bury this team before Thanksgiving, let's go Colts too. I want to see them just knock the Chiefs out of things right now. Just because, for the hell of it. Thomas Dowdy, $43 million would be better spent if the NFL would call more holding penalties for TJ and bringing first down blocks. Yeah, TJ Watt definitely does get held a bunch, but, you know, if they were to call holding on TJ Watt, then they will call it everywhere in the league. It's going to be 1st and 20 here for the Bears, backed up at their own 10. Caleb Williams, pressure there, and he's just going to throw this one away. Steelers, looks like they might have brought a little bit of pressure on a stunt there. I think Nick Herbig got taken out with a chop block, and Williams had more pressure around him, had to step up and just fire that ball towards the Steelers sideline. It's now going to be 2nd and 20 from the 10. Williams with a man beside him to the right. Williams looking to pass, trying to scramble here. Pressure. He's in the end zone. Ball fumbled. It's recovered. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Yes, it is. Woo! Caleb Williams scrambling back into his own end zone. TJ Watt wrapping him up. He loses the ball. And it's scooped up. Fallen on for a touchdown by Nick Herbig. The Wisconsin Bash Bros do it again. There he is, Thomas. There he is. TJ Watt making a massive play. Caleb Williams trying to stay in the pocket as long as he could. Ended up retreating back into his own end zone. TJ Watt, step for step, wraps him up, slings him around. Williams loses the ball. And Herbig, Johnny on the spot, is able to fall on it. That is the 25th, career strip sack for TJ Watt. And that might be one of the biggest of his career. Extra point from Chris Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers defense, opportunistic as they always are. It is another turnover touchdown. That is now 3 in 2 games for the Steelers. And it's come in many different ways. You had the pick 6 for Kyle Duggar last week. You then had a fumble picked up and ran back by James Pierre, also against the Bengals. And now a strip sack in the end zone from TJ Watt. Nick Herbig falls on it. Steelers were going to put up points any sort of way there. And it's a 14-7 ball game. Unbelievable play. One of the most penalized teams in the NFL this season, the Chicago Bears. I said it in the open, 80 penalty minutes coming into this one for the Bears. And they have taken multiple penalties already in this game. They had a holding penalty there on TJ Watt that put them back near their own goal line. And Watt, who Thomas Dowdy says right there, fights through another hold, gets the strip sack in the end zone, and Herbig falls on it. That is a Steelers defensive touchdown again. Unbelievable. All of you in the comment section going nuts right now. I am short of breath. I think I hurt my voice a little bit, giving a woo there. We'll fight through that the rest of the game, overcome some adversity. TJ Watt, like Joe Hendry, say his name and he appears. Thomas Dowdy doing exactly that. TJ better start making plays. Well, he just made one right there. Probably one of the biggest that you will see this season for the defense. And that gives the black and gold the lead. Dang, I need to make fun of his $43 million more often. You should just keep on saying it. Jan, $43 million, a $25 million player could do that there, TJ. Not a $43 million caliber player. I want to see more of that. You got to still prove to me. You got to earn every single cent of that today. So keep that up. Keep that pessimism on TJ up there, Thomas. That seems to be working. Concepts here again. Spot on with the holds. You have 20 sacks by now. If they didn't, perfect timing. He heard you. All the way from wherever you're tuning in from, Thomas. TJ there. That comment. Someone on the Steelers sideline has this live stream pulled up right now on their phone. It was probably Terrell Austin or linebackers coach Denzel Martin. They had this live stream pulled up on their phone. And they into TJ's headset for that play. Hey, this Thomas Dowdy says, you ain't crap, bro. Get your stuff together. Kickoff here for the Steelers. Going to be brought back by Devin Duvernay here, and he is now going to run across the field here. He's not getting upfield. He's going to go out of bounds there, and I think he only got to around the 25-yard line. If he got past that, tackle made. Sebastian Castro, make yourself a day here. Glad to have him back there. They show TJ Watt again there. And how about this graphic, ladies and gentlemen? One is on the field. One is in the broadcast booth. TJ Watt, that is his 115th career sack. He now passes his brother JJ, who had 114 and a half. Run here on first down by DeAndre Swift. That is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Jack Sawyer in on the stop, I think, with Derek Harmon, the pair of rookies, getting that run, giving that run no air to breathe. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. No gain. The Bears, 44 yards of total offense. The Steelers, 104. One turnover apiece for each of these squads. Colston Loveland in motion for Chicago. He's going to run an out route here on Malik Harrison, and that was not a good matchup for the Steelers. That is an easy first down plus before he is knocked out of bounds there. Loveland on primarily a run-stopping linebacker, Malik Harrison, and that's an easy pickup on an out. And, yeah, first down for the Bears. Not the type of matchup you want there if you're the black and gold. Bears now quickly go up to their own 43-yard line. DeAndre Swift and someone else motions out here. Empty backfield for Williams. He drops back to pass. Williams, now he's going to try to scramble out here to the right. He's going to go up and run out of bounds. That's going to be a gain of 4 yards there for Williams. 5 if they're gracious on the spot. Good coverage downfield by the Steelers. Williams running out to the right. Patrick Queen was coming downhill in a hurry there. Was going to knock Williams senseless if he ends up staying in bounds there. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now. Williams under center this time. Man in motion, that's Odunze. Handoff running to the left here. It's DeAndre Swift, and he is going to get, I think, about 3 yards there. So it's going to be 3rd down here and short for Chicago. Third and 2 exactly. 12-18 and counting down here left in this second quarter. Williams on the day right now, 3 for 6. 39 passing yards and a touchdown. We'll see if they put the ball in his hands here again. Williams. No, it's a handoff. Swift. Does he have enough here? It's going to be close. That is close. Steelers, they're going to say here, are they pointing that they have the ball? Hang on. The Steelers went from this, saying they have them stop, to pointing that way. Y.A. Black is up with the ball. The officials are having a conversation. Did that ball come out? They're still talking. Big Y.A. Black has it. And it's the Steelers' ball! The Steelers have it! It's a turnover again! Holy hell! I'm still looking at the replay here, not seeing anything. DeAndre Swift, he just entered a massive humanity. Yeah, Y.A. Black at the bottom of that pile ends up with the ball. Have no idea when the forward progress was stopped and when the whistle was blown. But the officials, they point that that's Steelers' ball. Wow. That's another turnover. Gee Louise. Big Y.A. Black, the F350, as Mike Tomlin likes to call him. 6'5", 336 pounds. And he is able to wrestle that ball. I'm not sure if he's the one who knocked it out, but he's the one who ended up with it. The Steelers, the second turnover of the game. And even if, for some reason this call were to get overturned when they come back from commercial here, I still don't think that Swift got the line to gain. I think he was about a half a foot short of the first down marker from initial look. To the comment section here. Steelers ball, don't F us, zebras. The ball was moving. I got to look at the replay again here when they come back from commercial. Big YA making the play right there. Thomas Dowdy, a makeup call. That was a bad call in our favor. Maybe a makeup call here for something else earlier in the game. Maybe forward progress was stopped. I'm sure during this commercial break, they're probably looking at it. And that's where call on the field becomes super, super critical. They called it in real time as Steelers ball. So they are going to need to find some sort of definitive evidence that either Swift was down or that the whistle had blown before that ball came out to give it back to Chicago. I don't see it. They blow the whistle so early for us most times. This is a nice change of pace. Indeed, it is their concept. So we've been talking about that the past couple of games, how forward progress is always like that called for the Steelers. Back here from commercial here now, they're showing a skating rink there in downtown Chicago. Let's see here if they are looking at it or if they confirmed the call now that we're coming back from break. 14-7, 11:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Indeed, it is a fumble. Call confirmed. They didn't look at it. Y.A. Black, his first turnover in his Steelers career. Mason Rudolph under center here. The Steelers have this ball near midfield. Rudolph the pass. He's going to throw Darnell Washington on a crosser, and here we go. Darnell Washington. He's going to get first down yardage. Caught that ball about 4 yards shy of the marker. And then he ran through Kevin Byard to get some extra yardage here. Let's look here and look in here at the replay. Indeed, I still have no idea looking at that angle how Y.A. Black wound up with the ball. But after, one look, DeAndre Swift is on one side of this pile with the ball. The next Black has it over on the other side. So we'll take it if you're the Steelers. First down run here for Jalen Warren after the 12-yard gain by Darnell Washington on the pitch and run. That is going to be a yard, maybe 2-yard gain for Jalen Warren. And oh no. Oh, no. No, DK Metcalf, he is hobbling off to the Steelers sideline here, and I think he's about to slam his helmet down. Oh no. What the hell happened? Where was DK on that play that he got hurt? Damn it. It's going to be a screen here, and that is going to be... Oh, no, he did get positive yardage. Another screen pass there for Pat Freiermuth. It was intended for this time. Originally was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now he got a gain of 2, so it's going to be 3rd and 6 here for the Steelers. They're looking at DK Metcalf and his left leg on the sideline. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their injury update, Ruben Hypolite, their 4th-string middle linebacker starting this game, he, I think, is questionable to return or out. And their starting 3rd-string corner, Tyreek Stevenson, he is going to be questionable as well. Kenneth Gainwell here is going to get the rock up the left sideline. Did he get enough? He did. What a run there. A pop pass to from Mason Rudolph to Kenneth Gainwell as Gainwell was coming across the front of him. And Gainwell made a couple of Bears miss along the edge there, and he got, I think, just enough there. Wait, hang on. Now are they calling it back? Are they calling it back here? What the hell? Let's see here. And all right. So they're looking at the pylon cam here. It's going to be 4th and 1. Gainwell's knee hit down. The ball was about a half yard short of the line of game. My question is, though, at that pylon cam, not just one, but both hands of whoever that Bears player was grabbing Gainwell's face mask. Where's the face mask penalty? I guess there's none. Oh, my God. This play's blown up immediately. Hang on here. What the hell? No! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! The Steelers try a tush push. There was a slow snap. And they're going to say that they held the Steelers short. He got it. What are you talking about? They said he was stopped short. What the hell is happening? That is now back-to-back plays. Concepts, take this as my tinfoil hat. I'm putting it on now. They marked Gainwell short of the first down, which probably was the correct call. They missed a face mask. And then second effort from Connor Hayward. He gets the first down and they don't call it there. What the hell is happening right now in this game? This drive looked so promising for the Steelers a moment ago, and now just like that, they turn over the ball on downs. Oh my goodness. I'm done. My head hurts. That is some grade A baby back BS right there. Let's go here to the comment section during this commercial break. Thomas Dowdy, maybe a cramp for DK Metcalf. I hope it's just a cramp, because when you see him hobbling off the field like that, you automatically think the worst, and then you work your way back to something else. Come on. This cannot be happening. Metcalf gets hurt, and then 2 terrible calls. Gives the Bears the ball back on downs. This is horrendous. More of your comments here. Knew this would happen, says Echelon. How? Where's that slow-mo penalty? They froze it on the face mask. Yeah, they literally froze it on the face mask. Dude is around the back of Gainwell's helmet like this. Like he's about ready to rip it open. Like, you know that movie scene from the second Transformers movie where Optimus Prime rips the Decepticon's head apart? That's almost like what it was there. He had both hands around the dude's back of the neck, pulling it. They come back from commercial here. Did they do anything? Nope. They did not give it to the Steelers. That's terrible. First down and 10 here for the Bears. Williams looking to pass deep downfield, high, and oh my God, almost picked. Caleb Williams, a laser intended for Luther Burden, was high. It went through Burden's hands, and it also went through the hands of James Pierre, who could have had a pick. Oh. What is happening right now? There is so much. I apologize. There is so much going on that I'm trying to keep up with here, and I can't, because every 5 seconds something new that baffles your mind or that's crazy happens. Maybe a minute here to catch our breath. Jonah Jackson starting, I believe, right guard for the Bears. He is down on his butt right now. Now he's going to be up. Maybe a bit woozy here. He's going to walk off on his own power, but barely here. Hopefully he's all right. To the comments here, Vegas is with me on this whole referees against the Steelers thing. Clear face mask. Screens ain't going to cut it, but Mason is playing great. Ever since that pick, Rudolph has been pretty good. Scotty Miller missed a block on that. Yeah, he did miss a block on the Muth play. I'm not sure on a screen you want Scotty Miller, who's like 5'9", doing the blocking. Maybe 5'8", something like that, 5'10". He's somewhere in that ballpark. I don't think you want Miller out doing the blocking there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Bears after that high incompletion for Burden. Man motions, Caleb Williams now going to throw to the right, and he's going to throw it to no one. Incomplete. The Bears looked like they might have had a screen setting up on the backside of that play, but Williams didn't even, attempt to look that way. So now it is going to be 3rd and 10 now for the Steelers. And positive update, looks like the Baltimore Ravens just took a 7-0 lead on the New York Jets, they just took a 7-0 lead on the Baltimore Ravens. Tyrod Taylor to John Mechie will take it. 3rd and 10 now for the Bears. They're 1-3 in this department today. Pass short. It's going to be near the line to gain. Did he get it? He is going to be half a yard short. A comeback at the line to gain for Colston Loveland. Good tackle there by, I think it was Jalen Ramsey. Let's look here. Loveland catches it just a foot shy of the first down marker, and he's going to be held short. It's going to be 4th and 1 here for Chicago, and they're going to go for it. Man in motion for the Bears. 3 receivers set to the right of the formation. Williams faking the handoff. Now he's going to tuck and run, and he is going to find space, and oh my goodness, that's no penalty. That is no penalty. You better not call it. Jalen Ramsey just decked Caleb Williams as he was heading out of bounds. The Bears sideline erupts in anger. And no flag. What a great play there by Jalen Ramsey to take a shot, send a message on Caleb Williams. But the bad news is that Caleb Williams, a designed run to the left there as everyone was flowing to the right. And he picks up the first down and more. And he is well in bounds when Jalen Ramsey decks him out of bounds. And I was half expecting the Bears sideline to start fighting Jalen Ramsey. Could use some of that right now. New set of downs here for the Bears, just shy of midfield. Williams rolling out to the right. He is going to hit Cole Kmet underneath here. That's going to be a gain of 3 at the 50-yard line. So now take it to 2nd and 7 here. They're showing again here Jalen Ramsey's clean shove out of bounds there on Caleb Williams. Even J.J. Watt says it's clean. Still in bounds. And Caleb Williams on these runs where he heads out of bounds, he's been slowing up too before he heads out of bounds. So he deserved every single bit of getting that extra shove. End around here. We got a fake reversal. A double reversal there for the Bears. And it's going to work up to the 35-yard line for Luther Burden. 15-yard gain. Williams, a fake of the handoff to Monongai. A handoff to then, I believe, Olamide Zacchaeus. And then he gets it to Luther Burden coming by. And that worked to perfection there for Chicago. 1st and 10 again for the Bears at the Steelers 35. It's going to be a pitch here running to the right, and he is going to be stopped there. Running to the left. Kyle Monongai taking that pitch to the left. Nick Herbig snuffs it out. Big loss on the play of maybe 3 or 4 yards. Fighting through double contact there. You had Roma Dunze trying to block Herbig. Then I think Cole Kmet tried to give him a chip on the way by. None of those things worked, and Herbig gets the play made there. Loss of 5 on the play. So 2nd and 15 now. It's now the 9th tackle for loss on the season for Herbig, leading the Steelers. Williams firing over the middle here, caught by Odunze, and he is going to be down at the 16-yard line. Steelers looked like they had multiple guys there lined up in zone coverage across the first down line, and Williams finding a hole there to Rome Odunze. Tackle made by Jalen Ramsey. 1st and 10 now inside the red zone for Chicago. Trying to get a quick fake handoff and then a screen to DJ Moore, but Moore fell down. Flag here on the play. Are they going to get Joey Jr. on this? Now Porter is slow to get up. Oh, no. Oh, God. Joey Porter Jr. He is hobbling on his left ankle right now. Not good. Not good there. He's going to head off here for at least this next play. Got to see the replay here. I wonder if DJ Moore just fell or if Porter got a piece of him. I don't know. Anyway, 2nd and 10 again here for Chicago. They moved this ball to the 17-yard line. Williams. It's going to be a pitch to the right here. Monongai finding a small hole. Bear hugged and taken down there by Harmon. He'll get up to, I think, maybe the 12 or 11-yard line. So it's a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 now for Chicago. For as quick as that first quarter of play was, this second quarter, it's been a bit of a drag. Now we are at 4 minutes now left finally here in this second quarter. The Bears 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today. Can they do it here? Williams firing over the middle. It's caught and dragging. Think Brandon Eccles into the end zone. That is Colston Loveland for the touchdown. That time it was not a linebacker on a tight end. It was Kyle Duggar one-on-one with Loveland. Loveland makes the catch and is able to drag Duggar the extra 2 yards needed to get the game-tying touchdown. And there is the actual game-tying extra point. The Bears now back in this one, 14-14. And momentum, it's shifted a couple of times already in this game. It might have just shifted again right there. Oh, boy. Back to the comment section here. I will try my best to keep up with your comments throughout the stream here. Apologize if I miss a couple. 85 held TJ, Cole Kmet. No doubt. I'm sure TJ probably gets held in some way, shape, or form every play, but it's only select times that the officials are going to call it. Thomas Dowdy here. Again, what was that on Wilson, or should have Ramsey crashed quicker? I have no idea who that was there. I think regardless, if you're talking about that 4th and 1 that Williams ran on, I'm not sure that anybody on the Steelers was going to do anything there. Concepts here, not good. Ref assisted a little bit, but not good. The Steelers defense getting gashed a little bit through the air on that drive. Freight Train having to watch on TV through the phone. I'll check in when I can. That's all right, Freight Train. Welcome on by. 15 of you in here right now. If you are new here to the channel, please subscribe on your way in. We are up to 641 subscribers on the channel. Glad to have you all here on another Steelers game day. Bit of a topsy-turvy game up to this point. Momentum going back and forth. Right now, the Bears have it with that game-tying touchdown. We'll see if they're able to keep it as the Steelers' offense is about to go onto the field. Going to take a real quick break for a swig of water. We'll be back here in 1 second. Told you guys it'd be a quick second. Cairo Santos here on the kickoff for the Bears. He boots that one through the end zone. So that is going to be a touchback here against Chicago. So now we get to see what the Steelers offense can do again here. Back to the comment section for a second. Dowdy, maybe we can go down, score a touchdown, run the clock, and then get the ball and score coming out of half. That is the most ideal situation. Be a lot of clock to kill here if you're the Steelers. 3:56 left to go here in the first half. And they are going to start this drive with Mason Rudolph under center here at the 20-yard line. Looks like Spencer Anderson in there as ineligible. He motions back as a fullback now. Darnell Washington in motion, and it's a pitch and running to the right. Jalen Warren cutting upfield. Jalen Warren finding a room, and he is going to get another solid gain of 8 to 9 yards. Ran over Kevin Byard at the end of that run for good measure. And even better news than that run, DK Metcalf is back out there on the field, and I believe he has his left ankle taped up a bit. And they're showing replay of when he got injured. Looks like he got rolled up on a little bit by a Steelers offensive lineman. So that not good right there, but good thing that Metcalf is back out there. It's going to be another run here for Jalen Warren, bouncing off contact and getting a gain of 6 yards there up to the 35-yard line. Feed the rock to number 30, and good things will happen. 2 plays to him. A first down right there. Another play where Spencer Anderson, as a jumbo fullback, got the ball there. And that was an excellent execution across the line right there on that run. Warren now up to 34 rushing yards on the day on 6 carries. Can he add to that total here? Rudolph under center, but before a snap a flag. We're going to have a false start here. And it's going to be Jonnu Smith, who's the guilty party there on that false start. Was down in a 3-point stance there next to Darnell Washington on the left side of the formation. And yep, that is a clear as day false start. So back to Steelers up 5 yards, 1st and 15 now from the 30. Like we got 11 personnel out there for the black and gold, and they're going to run out of it. Jalen Warren makes a cut to the left, and he's going to get upfield, another gain of 5. So he's going to get back what the Steelers just lost on that penalty. 2nd down now. It's going to be a 5-yard gain again for Warren, and that is going to take things to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers kill off that first minute 56 of clock. Let's see what they can do now in the 2-minute drill when they come back from commercial. Back to the comment section here. Concepts, JPJ and DK injuries are a worst nightmare. At least DK is back. We'll see what Porter's injury is like if we see him on the next defensive drive for the Steelers. Let me go here to Twitter. Is there any injury updates of any sort here? Let's see here. It is confirmed by Burt Lawton that it is an ankle injury for Metcalf. He has it taped up and is fighting through it. And not seeing anything on Porter here. So, right here, 6 minutes ago. It's a leg injury for JPJ. He is questionable to return. So, did not see anything. Did not see anything if he went back out there on the last drive, but we'll keep an eye on that as we move forward here. Should be 21-14 at least there, Flacco. Little bit of penalty trouble for the Steelers have hindered them a bit. Thomas Dowdy, maybe we can go down. Okay, I just pop that one back up there. Sorry about that, Thomas. 2-minute warning has hit. Spencer Anderson having himself a day right now. Blocking. Can they go back to him again here? Can they go back to him again here, maybe on a toss pass? 4th and 1 was BS earlier. Yeah, the terrible push. That was pretty bad there, Flacco. Concepts here, Warren and Kenny G need more carries and targets on screen. Agreed. Especially, Jalen, because he is one of the most shiftiest players on this team, on this offense, and I give him the ball on screens a good bit. So I agree with that there. By the way, I apologize if I'm a bit soft-spoken during commercial breaks. I'm trying to save all of my voice energy for if the Steelers make a big play again. That woo earlier really did a number on me. 2nd and 10 here for the Steelers from the 35, and this play, it's going to be trouble, and oh no. That was a delay run or screen to Kenneth Gainwell to the right side. He had one man blocking for him, and he could find no room upfield. It was a handoff to Gainwell. He started his run to the left, and then came back to the right. Quick pass here for Mason Rudolph. It's going to be caught in a yard short of the first down for Calvin Austin. That was a quick hurry up to the line for the Steelers offense and a quick pass to Calvin Austin. He was stopped a yard shy of the first down marker. It's now 4th and 1. Will the Steelers offense go for it? It looks like the offense is slowly trickling off the field, so they're going to punt the ball here. Damn it. Well, there goes that. There goes that. That one terrible run play. Just completely shut down any hope you had of keeping the offense going. 1:31 is where the clock stopped. The Bears took their first timeout of the half. And now they run a fake. Did they just run a fake? Oh my God, Kenneth Gainwell's off to the races. What happened? It's a touchdown. They came back from a picture-in-picture commercial slow. They didn't show what happened. What the hell just happened? It's a Steelers touchdown. Taking a page out of the Baltimore Ravens playbook from last weekend, the Steelers lined up in push-push formation, and out of it, Connor Hayward takes the snap. They're going to mark him short. They're going to mark him a yard short of the touchdown. But out of the push-push formation, Hayward takes the snap, and instead of pushing forward, gives a turn and hands it off to Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell untouched, up the right sideline. They mark him a yard short of the first of the touchdown as he was tracked down from behind by Kevin Byard. But that is a gutsy play. And I agree with you, Flacco. They came back from a picture commercial break, and they were showing Ben Johnson. No one wants to see his ass on the Bears sideline. Get back to the freaking field of play. And it's the Steelers' biggest gain of the game that they just completely dropped the ball on. Now under center at the goal line here. It's a half a yard to the touchdown here. It's going to be a pitch, and Jaylen Warren untouched. Now they finally are going to get the touchdown. That was a botch and a half by CBS, but hey, we will take it for the Steelers. Like I said, they were showing Ben Johnson on the Bears sideline 1 second, and then they cut back to the field of play, and all of a sudden, Kenneth Gainwell, he is running untouched with wide open grass in front of him. A replay there of the touchdown. It's a pitch to the left, or to the right, excuse me, for Jaylen Warren, and he, an easy angle, untouched, just skirts into the end zone. Extra point from Chris Boswell is up, and it is good. Excuse me, wrong graphic. And it is now 21-14 Steelers with 1:19 left to go in the half. On the touchdown run by Warren, by the way, there was an offsides on the Bears. Steelers obviously declined that. And that is a 3-touchdown first half for the Steelers indeed, Jaeger. Good start. Hasn't been the easiest of sledding for this offense for multiple reasons. But they do, like what Thomas put earlier, they chewed up some clock. They'll leave 1:19 and 2 timeouts left on the clock here for the Bears. Hopefully the defense is able to, at most, hold them to a field goal. And then they get the ball back after half as well. More reactions here to that fake tush push by the Steelers. Yeah, all of you guys, you like me on commercial break. WTF, I'm on a commercial. They faked the a-hole commercial people. Yeah, like they come back from the picture break. So you see obviously people, mingling there on the field and on the sideline. They show Ben Johnson talking to someone on the Bears sideline. And then, boom, there's Kenneth Gainwell with the ball. I thought they were running out the punt unit, and they ran a fake off of it. Like a direct snap to one of the protectors there behind the offensive line. But you'll take it. Like I said, an exact replica play of what the Baltimore Ravens ran last week. They ran that same play when they were playing the Browns after the Steelers beat the Bengals. That was their game-winning touchdown they scored with Mark Andrews. In fact, I'll go back. I don't think it was an exact replica play, but it was something similar to that where they faked the tush push and they rolled out there to the right and went up for the touchdown score. Thomas Dowdy, forget that. Let's go get a strip sack and score again. Interception coming. Wouldn't mind that. Caleb Williams starting to come along with the passing game now, but you really want to destroy that kid's confidence heading into the second half, go get another turnover right now. That would be outstanding to get before halftime. And then maybe, depending on where you get the pick from, you probably wouldn't need to do all that much to get into field goal range if you're the Steelers. Kickoff here for Chris Boswell. This is going to be brought up the field by number 39 for the Bears. He makes a man miss, and he is going to get up past the 35-yard line and get up near the 40. Who was that for Chicago? That was number 39, Josh Blackwell. First time we've mentioned his name here today. 12 of you in here right now, please hit that subscribe button on your way in here today. It's going to be 1st and 10 Chicago here from their own 36-yard line. Luther Burden motions from one slot to the other side. Flag flies here. It's going to be a free play for Chicago. Deep downfield shots picked off by Kyle Duggar. This ain't going to matter, though. Or excuse me, that is Joey Porter Jr. with the interception. He is running across the field right now. Now he backtracks. Now he loses the ball with Joey, go down. For the love of God. Finally goes down. Jeez. So much is happening in this game, and it's so hard to keep task of. And I apologize for those of you who are, relying on me to deliver play-by-play. Just crazy stuff happens all the time, left and right in this game. And it's so hard to keep up with. You had Nick Herbig jump off sides. Caleb Williams, seeing that he has the free play, deep shot down the sideline. It's picked off by Joey Porter Jr. at about the 30, maybe the 25. He then runs across the field, tries to run back across the field again, fumbles the ball all the way back to the 20, and then falls on it. It's going to be 1st and 5 here for Chicago. Passing and, did he get in? No. Let's look here. And, nope, he's out. Only got 1 foot in. Sideline pass from Caleb Williams there looking for Rome Odunze. Odunze only able to get 1 foot inbound. So that is an incomplete pass, and now it's going to be 2nd and 5 for Chicago. At the 41 again, Williams dropping back the pass. Here comes Nick Herbig. Williams spins out of it, throws. It's behind Luther Burden and incomplete. 3rd and 5 now. Great job. You can see Nick Herbig. He beat the backup left tackle, Ozzie Trapillo, with speed around the edge. Williams had to shift his weight a little bit to avoid the sack. And then his throw for Burden, behind Burden and incomplete. And now from 1st and 5 to 3rd and 5, 2 straight incompletions here for Chicago. 47 seconds now left to go here in the first half. 3 receivers set to the left of the formation. Williams to pass, firing short over the middle, caught and getting upfield past the 50-yard line. That is Burden for the first down. And now Chicago looks like they are going to take their 2nd timeout of the half here. Clock stops with 41 seconds. So they pick up the first down after all. Steelers dropped everyone back deep in coverage there behind the first down marker. So that was an easy pickup, even though it was a couple yards short. Easy pickup there for Burden. Showing Cairo Santos, the Bears kicker, warming up on the sideline. 13 yards to get to his field goal range, according to CBS, which is at the 36-yard line. Williams takes the snap, dropping back to pass again, fires short again. Caught here by Zacchaeus, and he is going to be tackled down at the 43-yard line. That's going to be a short gain here. And now another timeout here. Did the Bears just take back-to-back timeouts? They did. Wow. So the Bears just burned both of their timeouts. They do not hold on to one at all to maybe use here within 10 seconds. So they are out now with 35 seconds to go. And they better hope that they don't have some sort of brain gaffe of a play that they would need to rush the field goal unit on there. Back to the comment section here real quick. Play-by-play, awesome. No worries. Thank you, Concepts. I'm trying my best here. Williams dropping back the pass again, throwing over here. DeAndre Swift near the sideline, and he is going to get just enough, I think 2 yards beyond the first down marker. Flag is down, though. Let's see what this flag is here. It's an illegal shift on the offense. So that first down gain and that first down gain and that stoppage of the clock for Chicago. Wiped out on an illegal shift penalty. 30 seconds now is where the clock is at. 2nd and 9 for Chicago. Ball is now back to the 43-yard line again. They cannot seem to escape this position on the field. DeAndre Swift in motion. Empty backfield for Williams. Williams now takes the snap. Looking. Firing over the middle. It's high. And oh my God! It was right at the chest of Kyle Duggar. Oh! He was looking for Rome Odunze. That pass was so high. And for the second week in a row, Kyle Duggar had an interception served on a beautiful golden platter for him that he dropped. I guess that means now he's going to get a pick six in the second half. I hope so. But damn, that would have been massive. Now going to be 3rd and 9. Williams to pass again. This is going to be a short screen set up here for Luther Burden. He's got the first down and more, and he's slung down at the 29-yard line. Clock continues to roll here. 10 seconds left now. The Bears hurrying up to the line. They're going to spike it here with 7 seconds left to go. And that missed INT may prove costly for the Steelers. On 3rd and 9, a massive screenplay set up there for Luther Burden out of the backfield. He gets the first down, and he gets well within field goal range for Chicago. They're at the 29-yard line. They're going to run another play offensively here. Let's see if they can do anything. Williams shot down the sideline here, and it's going to be out of bounds. Intended for Rome Odunze. Clock stops again here with 3 seconds left. And indeed, the Bears, they're going to bring on the field goal unit here. Cairo Santos, he's going to come in here to try to make this a 21-17 game heading into half. Third and 10. It's going to be a 47-yard attempt here for Santos from the right hash mark. Snap down, hold is good. Kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bears, heading into the locker rooms, are going to make it a 4-point game. What an insane, crazy, wild, wacky, whatever adjective you want to add, first half of football in Chicago. That was a headache, high highs, very low lows. But somehow still, the Steelers, they have the lead. And that's all we can ask for. There's your score at halftime, 21-17. More reactions here. Catch the ball, says Flacco. Hands, not body. That one there, probably more egregious of a dropped INT than what Duggar had against the Bengals last week. That was one he should have had 99 times out of 100. And that was the one time he dropped it because, of course. Unreal. Anyways, we are at halftime here. And yeah, like Concept says, there's still 2 quarters left. Can't wait for it. Should be fun. Let's see what adjustments the Steelers can make. They do start the ball. They do start with the ball on offense out of half. So that is good. Hopefully the offense does not come out like a dud, which I have a feeling deep in the pit of my stomach that could be the case. So we'll see what they have in them. We'll see if this defense can batten down the hatches in the second half as well. Feels like a full game already. Indeed it does, Concept. Indeed it does. Could have had 3 picks too by now, at least. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all of you sticking in here right now. 12 of you in here right now. Stay where you were. Going to take a short break for halftime. We will be back a little bit before kickoff of the second half, and we'll recap all the craziness that happened in the first half and see what's in store for the rest of this ball game. Back here after halftime, stay where you were. 21-17, Steelers up in this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime just about wrapped up there in Chicago, Illinois at Soldier Field after 2 quarters of play. A wild, wacky 2 quarters of play. The Pittsburgh Steelers up in this one 21-17. A first half that had many twists and turns, a couple of missed opportunities to turn the ball over by these teams, multiple turnovers by both of these defenses. And the Steelers, they are going to start this half with the ball. This opening kick here from Cairo Santos is going to be fielded at the 10 and brought ahead to around the 25-yard line by Kenneth Gainwell. Just some things that went down in the first half. Caleb Williams, he has not been all that sharp for Chicago here in this one. High passes galore, just 10 for 21. Does somehow have 2 passing touchdowns and no interceptions, though he has thrown nearly 3 different picks. Does have a fumble, of course, that was recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. First play of offense here for the Steelers this half. It's going to be a handoff to the left for Jaylen Warren, and man, he just does not go down, does he? Jay Warren breaking first contact like he always does, gets a gain of about 6 yards, I would say right there. Mason Rudolph for the Steelers in at quarterback today. No Aaron Rodgers. Rudolph in the first half. First pass of the game, thrown down the sideline, intended for DK Metcalf, picked off by Nashawn Wright. Since then, Rudolph 10 for 10 for 86 yards. Still waiting to see if he can get his first passing touchdown of the day here. Designed rollout to the right here for Rudolph. Avoids pressure, and Mason Rudolph, he is going to, on 2nd and 4, get about 3 yards there. Was looking downfield to pass the ball on that designed rollout to the right. Hit about 2 Bears defenders with a dead leg move there, and then was able to just slide down a yard shy of the first down marker. We'll see what the Steelers have game planned here on 3rd and 1. It's like we got a heavy jumbo package here for the Steelers. They're going to give it to Jaylen Warren, and he is going to run ahead, and he is going to get the first down. That is a first down Steelers. Good pick up there from the bowling ball, number 30, Jaylen Warren. Some more here. Good players for the Steelers in this one so far. Jaylen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, they've been excellent out of the backfield. DK Metcalf dealing with a bit of an ankle issue. He has been fairly productive today. 2 catches for 9 yards, but he's been active in all these plays. Faking the handoff here on 1st and 10. It's Rudolph. He's going to try to scramble out of there, and he's going to go down. Montez Sweat, defensive end for the Bears, had Rudolph by the shoulder pad. Rudolph was trying to run out and break away. Could not do it, and that is a sack given up by the Steelers. Oh, boy. Positive yardage on their first 3 plays of the drive now. A 4-yard loss right there. Montez Sweat, who the Bears brought over and gave a big contract to a couple of years ago from the Washington Commanders. They hand the ball off here to Jaylen Warren, and he is going to get a gain of a couple yards here, get back what they lost on the sack. Now bring up 3rd and 10. 9 of you in here right now. Welcome to the live stream. On your way in, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Up to 641 subscribers here on the channel. Your thoughts on the first half and what you think is going to happen in this second half. Get those in the comments section. I can pop those up on the screen. Steelers 3 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today. What will they do here? 3rd and 10. Mason Rudolph, he is going to huck this one down the sideline, and it is incomplete, looking for Roman Wilson. And got an injury here. Nashawn Wright again had his hands on that football. Rudolph, a deep shot down the left sideline looking for Roman Wilson. And Wright got both of his hands on the football. Wilson was able to get a piece and forced the incompletion, right landing hard on his back, and his left shoulder is down in some pain right now. They get him off the field. Corliss Waitman on the punt here for the Steelers. He booms this one away. Back at the 10, and no fair catch made by Devin Duvernay. He is met immediately and hit hard and taken down by Brandon Eccles. Good play there by number 26 in black and gold. He can do it all. He hasn't just been good for the Steelers on defense as of late. He's been a solid contributor on special teams for the entire year. Great play there by Eccles. Flag is down here, though. Officials are conversating here. Let's see what this flag is. And back the Bears up even more. It is going to be a hold on the receiving team. They just popped up. The hold there was number 21, Travis Homer. He's inactive today, I think. So, no idea who the refs called for a penalty there. Anyways, the Steelers offense, they punt the ball to begin the half. Pretty much Roman Wilson turning into a defensive back like what Concept says right here. Roman does need to fight for that football more. Indeed, go up and get it instead of, waiting for the ball to come down to you. Attack it. But the Steelers' special teams, though, they make their first solid contribution of the game. They get the ball down inside the 10-yard line for the Bears and then tack on a penalty yardage on top of it. 12 of you in here right now. Welcome to the live stream. Back to the Bears, recapping what they did in the first half. 17 points on the board for them. Caleb Williams, like I said, somehow 2 touchdown passes, but only 10 for 21 so far in this ball game. He has been inaccurate with the ball, lots of high throws. He should have like 3 different interceptions on his ledger right now, but Steelers must have ate popcorn there. The defensive backs must have eaten popcorn before today's game. Steelers defense, they have kept his top 2 targets fairly in check. DJ Moore has just 1 catch. That was the 5-yard touchdown slant that he caught in the first quarter. Also, Roma Dunze, 1 catch for 22 yards. Just 2 receptions on 6 targets for the top 2 receivers for Caleb Williams. Turnovers in this game for both teams. The Bears, of course, they have the interception on the first Mason Rudolph pass of the game. Meanwhile, the Steelers, they have 2 fumble recoveries. TJ Watt, a strip sack of Caleb Williams in the end zone that Nick Herbig was able to fall on top of for a defensive touchdown. And then DeAndre Swift on a 3rd and 1 run fumbles the ball, and Y.A. Black somehow wound up with it. So Steelers winning the turnover battle right now, 2-1. Let's see maybe if they can put together a similar performance that they had when they played Cincinnati last weekend. Coming back here from commercial break, you have a official chatting on the Steelers sideline with Danny Smith. And they're going to make him re-kick it here? What the hell? I see your comment here, Concepts. Re-kick. What the hell is happening? They call that penalty back on the Steelers. I totally missed what they said. Fill me in here, Concepts. They're going to re-punt the ball again here. Corliss Waitman now at his 10-yard line. He's going to get this one out of there, and it's going to be a short one, and it's going to go out of bounds, I believe, the 34-yard line. No, he's still walking. And now we got a brawl here. Hang on. A player for each team getting into it near midfield. Groups come together. What the hell happened that we had to... What? We got scammed. BS. They said the Steelers want answers and we're arguing the re-kick. I have no idea why the hell we had to re-kick it there. We were in excellent field position. They just showed what happened a moment ago. You got Malik Harris being held by his face mask by a Bears player, and Harrison then goes low on him and takes him down. So the Steelers all of a sudden still don't have an explanation of what happened that they had to re-kick it. They all of a sudden go from having the Bears pinned back near their goal line to now the Bears starting this drive at their own 40. And it's an empty backfield for Caleb Williams. 3 options to his right, 2 to his left. Steelers rush 4. Williams to pass, throws short on a slant, caught by Rome Odunze, and he is going to get up past midfield, up past the 45 here. And are we going to blow the whistle at some point for forward progress? Jesus. They're going to call him down here at somewhere around the 44, 43 yard line. Odunze with his second catch of the ball game. Then multiple Steelers had him wrapped up. The Bears offensive line comes in and tries to push after the fact. Took them a good while to get the whistles up to their mouths. Holy hell. Williams now under center. 12 personnel for the Bears. They're going to pass out of it. Williams firing over the middle. It's caught there by Odunze again. Joey Porter Jr. draped all over him, and that is another first down pass. And oh my God, this is how we're going to start the second half, I guess. Here comes the BS. It's 1st and 10 now. By the way, I guess good news there. Joey Porter Jr. was the one who made the tackle on Odunze here. He was questionable to return in this one with an ankle, with a leg injury, so I guess he's all right to continue. 1st and 10 now for Chicago. They quickly at the Steelers 29. It's going to be a screen out here to DJ Moore, and Moore is going to find a sliver to get up for about 6 yards here. Pushed out of bounds by James Pierre. Holy hell. And as if we need more good news, the Baltimore Ravens, they are now up 17-7 on the New York Jets. Derrick Henry with a 4th and 1 touchdown run. There's going to be a flag here on the play. Let's see who they call this on. After the play, you have a taunting penalty on the offense number 2. So DJ Moore, who just caught that ball, got pushed out of bounds by James Pierre and Peyton Wilson. He then flicks the ball in James Pierre's direction, and that is going to be a taunting penalty. So the Steelers goading Moore into taking a dumb penalty there. We'll take that. Take that gain of 6 or 7 yards and now put it back at 2nd and 20 here for Chicago. Ball now at the 39-yard line. Luther Bird in motions. Williams taking the snap, looking to pass. Oh my goodness, they're going to set up a screen. They're going to get big yardage out of this. DeAndre Swift, he is going to get the ball up to about the 24-yard line, and that's going to set up 3rd and manageable here. The Steelers, they were in Williams' face immediately. The reason why, the offensive line intentionally letting a couple of guys through. They set up the screen, and it was a convoy of 3 offensive linemen for Swift to run behind. Gain of 14. Now it's 3rd and 6. Steelers defense could use a big stop here. Can they get one? Looking to pass here. Flag flies. Passing over the middle. Wide open and into the end zone for the touchdown. DJ Moore. And it's an offsides on the defense, which made it a free play. And the Bears come out of half on fire. Jack Sawyer lining up offsides for the Steelers. And DJ Moore was just running wide open in the middle of the field. Brandon Eccles doesn't stay with him. He thinks he has safety help when he doesn't. In Chicago, they force the punt, and then they go right down the field with ease through the air on this Steelers defense. Extra point is up and good from Cairo Santos. And after being up by 4, the Steelers now find themselves down by 3. Unreal. To the comments. Drive should have started at the 5. This is all fake. The Steelers end up punting the ball. They had the Bears pinned back. And then magically the Bears instead get a re-kick and they start the drive at the 40 and just carved up through the air by Roma Dunze and DJ Moore are the Steelers. Thomas gets his point in there. 5 Bears players blatantly false started. All 5 were moving before the snap. Did see a bit of a movement there before that snap, but gonna go back to Thomas's comment here. Connor Hayward just called the refs idiots. It's obviously rigged. Can't even argue. I still don't. We don't have an explanation here on why we had to re-kick. Let's see here. It's a punt. They called it a 10-yard penalty on offensive holding. Corliss Williams punts it down to the 10. Tackle made. They called Eccles for the hold? Or Ben Skoranek? They called someone for a hold. Jesus. That's terrible. That is horrendous. And now, good old momentum changes sides once again. This should be a fun second half. More BS and stuff like that from the first half, I see. So, great. All right. Going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back here in a moment. Or never mind. Forget the 30-second break. They're back from commercial now. We'll take a break on the next commercial. How about that? Unbelievable. This is going to turn ugly real quick. I have a feeling. I don't know why. I just have that feeling. Kickoff here coming from Cairo Santos for the Bears. This kick, it's going to be a line drive caught at the 5-yard line and brought up here by Keyshawn Williams, and he is going to get up to maybe a little bit beyond the 25-yard line, maybe. 1st and 10 for the black and gold. We're now showing Caleb Williams highlights, even though he's, 15 for something, for 27, something like that. See here, 15 for 26. See, I was close. Yet somehow 3 touchdowns. Starts off the game throwing everything high, and now he's going to get a golden horseshoe and start performing like freaking John Elway out here. 1st and 10 for the Steelers from the 27-yard line. It's going to be a handoff here to Kenneth Gainwell running right up the middle, and that's a gain of 8 yards for the Steelers. We'll take it. Concepts again here in the comments. Flag was on the receiving team, so they changed it at commercial. Fixed. I got to see a replay there where it's holding on us, because sure as hell did not look like that in real time. Tell you that much. 2nd and 2. Again, they show Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Handoff here running to the right. Kenneth Gainwell, he's going to be grabbed at the hip by, I think that is, it's a Gervon Dexter here. No, that is number 93, Joe Tryon Shoyanka, who they acquired from Cleveland at the trade deadline. He makes the tackle there. 3rd and 2. No gain on the play. Can the Steelers have anything dialed up here? Success. Let's please not chuck it down the sideline here. That's all I'm asking. DK Metcalf motions. Rudolph taking the snap, looking to pass. Still looking. Now over here, Kenneth Gainwell's got a long way to go. He's going to be held short. He's going to lose a yard. Kenneth Gainwell, pursued immediately by DeMarco Jackson, had to race his ass off to get the edge. Couldn't do it. And the Steelers back-to-back punts to start the half. Outstanding. What genius. Oh, good Lord. Corliss Waitman again to punt. Maybe let's call a penalty on the Steelers here. I bet you they do. Waitman, punt is away, and this one looks like another wobbler, and it's going to be fair caught at the 27-yard line. So Waitman, I do think he has a good bit of leg. Not his best punts here to begin the second half. This is like the Twilight Zone type stuff. All right. Let's see here how badly the Bears are going to dice up the Steelers secondary again here when we come back from this break. Welcome back to a game that could quickly go to hell in a handbasket between the Steelers and the Bears. 3 drives so far within the first 7 minutes of this half, and there's another completion right there. Caleb Williams to Roma Dunze. That is a maybe 16-yard gain. No, they rule him out of bounds. Wow. Looking for Roma Dunze again. And wow, James Pierre with a knockout there. Wow. Great play there by number 42. It was caught both feet in bounds near the sideline by a Dunze, and James Pierre at the last second coming in with a hammer punch to knock that ball loose and force the incompletion. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. Williams dropping back the pass again with time. Now rolling out to the right. Throws it in the dirt at the feet of, I believe, his backup tight end, Durham Smythe. Incomplete, so now it's 3rd and 10. Before I was rudely interrupted by James Pierre making another play because he has been great at corner here today. You had... Oh, shoot. Before I was so rudely interrupted, I was going to say 3 drives so far this half. Steelers punt, Bears touchdown, Steelers 3 and out punt. Hopefully the defense here can make a stand for the Steelers. They just showed a replay, I believe, from the previous drive as Caleb Williams throws over the middle here. It's caught by DJ Moore. He is going to be a hair short of the first down. They are going to rule him a yard short. He caught that ball near the line to gain. And yep, knees are down. He is a yard short of the first. It's going to be 4th and 1 here for Chicago. A moment ago, before Williams made that completion, they just showed Joey Porter. He is questionable again now, I believe, with a hip injury, as he was awkwardly landed on by a offensive lineman on the previous drive. So now expect to see more Darius Slay and James Pierre at corner. Bears on 4th and 1 here. They're going to punt. Ball is at their own 36-yard line here. They're going to punt it. Troy Taylor, the punter, gets this one away. It is high, and it is going to be caught here at the 20. No fair catch by Calvin Austin. Makes a man miss at the 30, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So an excellent return there by number 19 in black and gold, Calvin Austin. And the Steelers offense, the defense gives the offense the stop that they needed, and now the offense haven't done jack on offense this half. They need to find some success in a hurry here. Back to the comments here real quick. Crazy how fast we go from looking good to trash. It has been a roller coaster, the most insane roller coaster that you can think of throughout this game. Emotions, feel, momentum, every single thing has been out of whack. There's no sort of pattern to follow in this game. Would love to hear the Mason fans defend this, says Echelon. If he would have started the entire season, would be 2-8, says Echelon. Can't say rigged when the Bears have 2 turnovers and more penalty yards, LOL. Yeah, I agree, but still, there's some things that it feels like the Steelers are getting the more ticky-tacky of the two. Like the Bears, the penalties they have called, they have all been pretty much warranted and obvious. The Steelers ones, they have been very, like, you got to squint to see it. So that's what makes it, feel like that there, THP. Not good for us to need Slay this much. Yeah, agreed, because you put Slay on a DJ Moore or Roma Dunze, and you can kiss this game goodbye, in my opinion. See if there's anything else going on around the league. The New England Patriots right now, they're up 17-13 on the Cincinnati Bengals. They're just a little under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of that game. The Ravens and Jets, they are already on to the fourth quarter. Baltimore leading it 17-10. Jets with the ball, though, at the Baltimore 24. So we may check back in on that here in a moment. Anyways, outside of Steelers here on this channel, we'll take this moment to say, how about my Pitt Panthers, my alma mater, last night taking down the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, number 16 in the nation. Now the Panthers, 1 win away and a loss by SMU or Virginia away from making the ACC title game. Game coming back from commercial over here to my right. Not seeing any sort of new update or information on Joey Porter Jr. during that break. Hopefully he will be all right. Steelers are going to start this drive from the 34. Mason Rudolph under center. Looks like a jumbo tight end package for the Steelers. They're going to run with it, and that is a jet sweep run by Jonnu Smith. And no, DK Metcalf is down. Metcalf again hobbling on that left ankle. Are you kidding me? The second time tonight that Metcalf is hobbling on his left ankle, and again he got rolled up on. Oh my God. This time it's Jonnu Smith who fell on Metcalf's ankle, and he landed on the back of his leg, all calf, and he was able to hop/hobble off the field on the sideline again. Can we ever have, just one game where when things go wrong, it goes to a crap show immediately? Deep shot here for Mason Rudolph down the right sideline. Incomplete, but a flag comes in. Flag flies. Rudolph was looking for Calvin Austin on a go down the right sideline. And that is going to be a pass interference, I think, on number 24, Nick McLeod for Chicago. That is a spot foul. And yep, a fistful of Calvin Austin's left shoulder pad as he's trying to get separation and use his speed to catch up to that ball. Couldn't do it. They just showed Aaron Rodgers on the sideline saying something like, "I called it. I told you," something like that. No wonder who he's saying that to. Whether it was Austin, the DB, or the referee. I wonder. Another run play here on first down for the Steelers, and oh no, this is going to go nowhere. Jaylen Warren, immediately someone meets him in the backfield. He dances away from him, but reinforcements quickly swarm the area for Chicago. That is going to be a loss of around 2 yards there for Jaylen Warren. Nashawn Wright blitzing as a corner there, and then he was able to wrap up Warren's legs for a moment, just long enough for his teammates to come in and finish the job. Mason Rudolph oh God, are you kidding me? Mason Rudolph gets the ball punched out. Montez Sweat one-on-one against Darnell Washington on the right edge. He beats Washington. He gets to Rudolph. It's a strip sack for Sweat, and it was eventually fell on by multiple Bears players. It is now another turnover for the Steelers. Another turnover by the Bears defense, I should say. A giveaway by the Steelers. And the Bears up 24-21 are going to get the ball back on offense near midfield. At the 46, Caleb Williams going to huck a deep one here, wide open in the middle of the field, because why the hell not? It's DJ Moore. From their own 46, now down to inside the Steelers' 40, goes the Bears. I believe it's at the 34-yard line is where Moore was down. Zone coverage there with James Pierre and Patrick Queen, and here we go. 1st and 10. Chicago, they're going to run it here with Kyle Monangai. He finds a big hole and is going to be spun end over end. Kyle Duggar went low. Cam Hayward went high. That's still a 7-yard gain there for Monangai. Maybe 8. They give him 8. 2nd and 2. And if this game, which makes no sense, I see your comment in there, Concepts. This game makes no sense. If it were to make even more or less sense than it already does, the Steelers defense would do something crazy here and get a turnover. Pass there from Williams. I believe he was looking for Roma Dunze, is incomplete. Missed wide of the target as a corner was bearing down on him. The Steelers have 13 total yards of offense in this half. The Bears, 112. Sounds about right. 3rd and 2 now. Let's see what Chicago does. Can we get off the coaches, please? It's going to be a handoff here to Monangai, and he is going to be held short. He's short by a yard. The Bears try to run for it. They needed 2. They only got 1. And it's going to be another 4th down brought up here by the Steelers defense. Will the Bears go for it? No, it looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit. Great hold there at the line by Keanu Benton. No, they are going to go for it. It looked like the offense was coming off the field for a moment. Did they give him the first down? When did they give him the first down? He wasn't close. I'm done. I'm done with this game, bro. Faking the handoff, rolling out to the right. Williams throws. It's going to be caught at the 20 and sliding down and being stopped there. It's Durham Smythe. When the hell did he ever have the first down there? He wasn't close. Was not close. It's a 4-yard gain for Chicago. They're inside the red zone now at the 20. Handoff Monangai. Gets away from James Pierre. First down. Tackled inside the 10. And here we go. 10-point lead. Coming at you. Here in a minute. All of you in the comments saying varying things about what has gone on over the past couple of minutes. And I agree with most of it. 1st and goal here for Chicago at the 8. Another handoff to Kyle Monangai. He is going to fight and twist his way up to the 3-yard line. Kyle Duggar and I think Roma Dunze getting into it. Dunze, a little bit of a late shove. Duggar retaliates. No penalty called. I at least have there, Flacco. All motivation. Can probably say that. I have no idea how the hell they gave them the first down without any sort of measurement. They probably did that chip in the ball type tracking thing. But they don't even show it on the screen, so you don't even get the option to see it. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Maybe one of the worst quarters played by the Steelers this season. They started with the ball coming out of halftime. The offense has punted the ball twice and turned it over on downs, or I should say fumbled it. Meanwhile, the Bears, they are about to here in the at the beginning of the 4th quarter, about to punch in their 2nd touchdown on their first 3 drives of the half. Outstanding. Simply put, from my dad. No further comment. Back here in a moment. 4th quarter. Steelers need a wake-up call in a big hurry. We'll be back here in a moment. Welcome back. Chicago Bears here on the doorstep of putting in another touchdown, and this one is going to go to the right here with DeAndre Swift, and Steelers have him bottled up. He's going nowhere. Goes down. Maybe lost a yard on the play. And the Steelers defense is going to bring up 3rd and goal here. And yeah, they are going to mark the ball here at the 2. So a gain of 1, maybe no gain on the play there for Chicago. Brings up 3rd and goal here from the 2. Williams has a man, Monongai, to his right, gives him the ball. Monongai is just going to strut into the end zone for the touchdown. The Steelers just got absolutely bulldozed off of the line of scrimmage there. And Monongai just had to do a little bit of pushing there to get in. That was a pitiful showing of run defense right there. And they are an extra point away from making this a 1-point game is Chicago. Lots of you getting your thoughts and opinions in during the break. Cairo Santos lines up for the PAT here. From the right hash, it's right down the middle, and there it is, 31-21 in favor of the Chicago Bears. Back to the comments section here. As this game goes to commercial break again, Haddad, need a big coaching staff shakeup as well. Indeed, new philosophy, so maybe someone, a voice in there that's going to keep the energy up throughout the game. That would be nice. Echelon here. First half was trash. Watch the tape. They ran 6 screens and got lucky. 4th and 1. This offensive scheme is trash. And Mason matches the booty calls. Could see that Echelon. Agreed. You know, they did try the screens. They did get a lucky on a bunch of them, but can't do really anything off of that. At some point, you're going to need to push the ball down the field with more diversity. They haven't been able to do it. Bullied all drive, says Thomas Dowdy. Agreed. AFC wide open, and you can't even close the gap in your own division. Pathetic. Indeed, their Echelon. Not a cop-out when it's true. You must not be watching the same game, stating facts and crying. Don't blame Bash Takes. I disagree with you. It is what it is. Echelon and Concepts going at it in the comments section. Unless you're going at me and I'm just not realizing it. So embarrassing and predictable anymore. And it's not like, talking about predictable. It's not like we didn't see this coming either. I said it. I had the Steelers losing this game. Once again, another matchup where most of the things are favoring you. You're going up against the banged up defense, and you're not able to do a damn thing with it. Holy hell. No, we're just having a conversation. All right, Echelon, that's good. That's good. Let's not get at each other's throats here. Let's keep our anger and frustrations at the real issue, which is on that TV screen. Unbelievable. Might as well take that off, buddy. They come back from commercial and they show some dude wearing a freaking 10-gallon Steelers sombrero. That thing's massive. Just take that off, dude. Steelers are going to need to make up some ground in a hurry. 14-14 left to go here in this ball game. You got Cairo Santos, who boots this kickoff away again. It's another line drive right at Keyshawn Williams, and he's going to bring it back from his own 1. Williams stutter stepped, and he is tripped up and taken down at the 27-yard line. And again, a couple of players link up here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of penalty from it. What a travesty. Let's see how quickly the offense can go 3 and out here. Feels like it's about time for one of those, I would think. Defense has to do better than 31 points already, no matter what they call. They had 3 interceptions that they dropped today. The defense is going to get no sympathy from me. I don't care what the offense is doing at this point. When you have the ball in your hands 3 times, you should make that play 9 times out of 10 as the type of unit that lives off of turnovers that you are. That was a first down pitch there, I believe, to Darnell Washington. Maybe it was caught for the first down. Or no, it was caught for an 8-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here, I think. Got distracted there while I was saying that sentence because Jameis Winston just caught a touchdown pass for the Giants. Crazy. Run here for Kenneth Gainwell. Looks like he's going to get just enough for a first down. New set of sticks here for the Steelers. Seems like Mason Rudolph might be going a little bit more hurry up with the offense here. They do. He's snapping it, looking to the right. Now back to the left over the middle. It's caught by DK Metcalf, who's back out there after another ankle injury, and he is going to get a gain of 3, maybe there. Something like that. Metcalf goes back up out wide here. Steelers are now, they're in the 2-minute offense mode. Rudolph takes the snap back to pass again. Another check down here just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's a 1-yard gain through the air for Kenneth Gainwell. What are we doing? Nothing is open downfield for Rudolph. And he is just dinking and dunking right now. And now quickly it becomes 3rd and 5. Referees were gracious with some spotting of the ball here. 3rd and 5 now. Total yards this half. The Steelers are now up to 27. 3rd and 5. Rudolph with Gainwell to his right. 3 receivers stacked to his left. Back to pass is Mason. He's looking to the right. He fires. It's caught at the first down marker. Trying to make a man miss. It's Calvin Austin, and he's in the Bears territory down at the 40. Good pickup there by Calvin Austin. Got separation going against Nick McLeod. Oh, my goodness. A filthy route there. Inside-outside route there from Austin. Broke it back out towards the sidelines and was able to get separation and pick up the first down plus more. Steelers now into Bears territory. Mason Rudolph now on the day. He's 15 for 17 for a $150. Run here for Jaylen Warren. That's going to be a gain of 6 or 7 yards. Bring up 2nd down now. Funny how Rudolph has a stat line like that, 15 of 17 with a pick. Might look a little good on paper, but not passing the eye test. It almost sounds like a Kenny Pickett stat line of old. 15 for 17. Maybe Rudolph has a tiny bit better completion percentage than Pickett, but he got a $117 only through the air on those throws and an interception. That sounds more like the old number 8. Give off to Jaylen Warren again here, and he again will get forward. He's going to be a yard short of the first down here after the gain of 3. So the Steelers again here are faced with a 3rd and short. Can they convert again here? Doesn't matter, honestly, if they do convert here. They just can't lose yardage. It's going to be a quarterback sneak here for Rudolph, and he is going to get ahead. I think he needed a yard, got a yard and a half. So number 2 gets it right there. No sort of tush-push formation. It was just line up under center, and good play there by Rudolph. Found a opening there between Mason McCormick and Troy Fautanu that he hit. 1st and 10. New set of downs. Steelers with the balls at the Bears 29. Rudolph under center. Motioning is Jonnu Smith, faking the handoff. Rudolph to pass. Time running out on him. Rudolph spins out of a sack. Gets rid of it. He's got a man, and it's out of bounds. Montez Sweat again playing like Myles Garrett right now against this Steelers offensive line. Rudolph is able this time to spin out of a sack, and Rudolph just flings it up in the air. Was intended for Roman Wilson, but it was well out of bounds, and Again, we have another injury, and again, it's someone very important. Down on the ground right now is Broderick Jones. And look in there, Jones. Did he hurt his neck? Someone for the Bears just tried to jump up near Jones like they were going to try to swat Mason Rudolph's pass, and they sort of landed all their body weight on Jones's neck and head, who was standing up, and he's down right now. That is a wonky-looking play there that usually it's those wonky-looking plays where you see the worst of injuries. Hopefully Jones is all right here. Looks like we're going to be in Calvin Anderson at left tackle territory here. When we come back from this play, it's at least going to be for one game or one play, because the play was stopped for Jones in that injury. Let's go back to the comments section. We have now reached the terrible stuff going on with the Steelers portion of the program, where we're mentioning George Pickens. At least I think that's who you're mentioning there. Screen. Roman was open. He'll want that back. Look in there. There was a man near Wilson. And he was like backtracking like a center fielder was the Bears defender. I was worried he was going to jump and pick it off if it wasn't out of bounds. Talking about George Pickens now. Effort and attitude was a problem. Obviously gave up there. Did actually say that, more or less there. Not sure how many of you were here on Friday, but we did bring up this sort of article through some sort of outlet where George Pickens said that he has no hard feelings towards Pittsburgh and still says that he can text to Mike Tomlin and is on good terms with the franchise, but clearly a change was needed for both sides. So Pickens did say that. Or something similar to that. Down from a very strange pass rush. Is that legal? I have no idea. It was a very strange. The defender jumped up on him, and Jones had to catch him like this, and he landed all of his body weight, the full weight of his chest and torso, down on top of Jones's head. I have no idea who it was for the Bears. Jones is on the sideline now. He just fired his. Jones is on the sideline, walking on his own power. He just fired his helmet at the ground. He's going to head into the blue medical tent. Indeed, I think that's Calvin Anderson in the game now at left tackle. It's going to be a run here on 2nd and 10 for Jaylen Warren and a minimal gain of 3 yards right there. See if they show the replay here of Jones's injury. They will not. Steelers are going to hurry up to the line here on 3rd and 7. Rudolph to pass. Firing middle. And that is going to be incomplete. There's no flag. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Holy hell, that flag came in 5 business days after the fact. DK Metcalf gets hogtied by, I think, Nick McLeod. That was well past interference. That was on number 26 for the defense. So that wasn't McLeod. That was, let me look here. Where's 26? That was Nashawn Wright, who just took out Metcalf at the legs with his open left arm. Pass interference all day. Took them a while to throw that flag. Do we want to give the Steelers help here? We'll see. Yeah, we'll throw it. Holy hell. See, if that was the Steelers, that flag would have been out, before our guy even made contact. 1st and 10 now for the Steelers at the Bears 15. Jumbo tight end personnel, they're going to run out of it. Jaylen Warren started to the left, cut it back to the right, and he's going to get a gain of 4 or 5 yards right there. Now, looks like we got another Chicago player slow to get up here. That is going to be number 90 for the Bears. That is Dominique Robinson. Now he's up on his own power, and even worse news here. Broderick Jones still walking on his own power. He is heading up the tunnel and back to the Steelers locker room. So at this point, 9:19 left in the ball game. Looks like the Steelers are going to go the rest of this way without Broderick Jones, which is just phenomenal. 2nd and 6 now. We'll get to your comments here in a second. Sort of got a spot here where y'all left off. I'll catch up to them here after the Steelers drive. 2nd and 6 here from the 11. You got Darnell Washington out wide as a wide receiver here. Could be looking his way. Rudolph to pass. Firing. Caught short here by Kenneth Gainwell. Dead leg makes one man miss. And he is going to try to fight his way forward. And he is going to be a yard and a half short of the first down. Caught that ball about a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Gets it within a yard or so of the first down marker. 3rd and 1 now. Steelers again hurry up to the line here. Rudolph under center. Gainwell the backfield. Rudolph again's going to try to sneak it. Didn't have it initially, but Kenneth Gainwell just came in and pushed, shoved, did everything he can, all of his body weight to the back of Mason Rudolph to give him the first down there. And now the Steelers 1st and goal. Show Aaron Rodgers on the sideline pointing for the first down. You know he in a bad way wants to be out there right now. 1st and goal. Clock now at 7:45 and ticking down in this ball game. Rudolph under center. Freiermuth motions from right to left. It's a pitch to the left. Running is Gainwell. Gainwell fights through contact and into the end zone. And the Steelers, a pulse for this offense, are about to bring this game back within 3 points. Pending the extra point. Flag is down, though. Let's see what this is. A little bit premature on hitting the touchdown signal there. This play is getting called back for a hold on DK Metcalf. Reason why I hit the touchdown celebration, I thought it was going to be on the defense as there was a little scuffle after the fact. But Metcalf holding Nashawn Wright opened up that hole for Kenneth Gainwell, and it gets called back. Keep the Steelers off the board. Still a 10-point game. Now it's 1st and goal from back at the 12. This is going to be a jet sweep or a toss here to Jonnu Smith. He's going to gain 2 yards, maybe 3. 2nd and goal. The clock ticking here for the Steelers offense. At this point, you want to punch it in sooner rather than later. Got another break here in between plays. Another Chicago Bear is down. This time it's number 45, another linebacker, Amen Ogbongbemiga. Ogbongbemiga. He is down right now. 27-year-old out of Oklahoma State. His 5th season in the NFL, was down on a knee. Now he goes down on his butt here. Linebackers taking a beating here for the Chicago Bears. Like I said today, the reason why this offensive output so far is so damn frustrating. Down Tremaine Edmonds, he's on IR. Down TJ Edwards. Down Noah Sewell. That is their top 3 linebackers, middle linebackers for the Bears. And in this game, they've now had 2 additional middle linebackers in Ruben Hypolite and Ahmed Ogbemiga, who's now slowly walking off the field. Those 2 middle linebackers as well, they're hurt. Yet, just 21 points of offense and a slog getting the passing game going here for the black and gold. More comments from y'all reacting to the Broderick Jones injury. Talking about George Pickens as well. I did see that GP and CD Lamb missed curfew. That's what held them out for the first drive or something of the Cowboys game last week. I did see that. No pay dirt yet. 2nd and goal now for the Steelers at around the 10. Almost something the replay looks like no hold, to be honest, says Concepts. This is going to be the ball given to DK Metcalf, and he is going to get forward to about the 3. So that'll set up a third and goal here for the Steelers. Not sure how Metcalf got the ball in that situation. I got my head around late. Ball is at the 3 here. Clock down to 6:35 now in this game, and it's rolling fast here. Steelers got to move quickly here. It's like we got 13 personnel for the Steelers. Faking the handoff. Rudolph firing back at the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. They're not taking that one back, baby. Pat Freiermuth. The Muth is loose at Soldier Field. And now you can say that the Steelers are an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Delayed release. Steelers had 3 tight ends to the right side of the formation. All of them in 3-point stances. They leak out late. Freiermuth finds some open field in the back of the end zone, and Rudolph hits him with a laser for a crucial score for the Steelers. Extra point from Boz is right down the middle. And indeed, it is a 3-point game, 28-31. The Bears still out in front right now. And the defense, maybe their biggest drive of the season, who knows, coming up here against the Bears. Both the Steelers defense and Bears offense, they've been off the field for a while. That was a long drive there for the black and gold. Mason Rudolph now on the day, 17 for 20, a pick and a touchdown pass. We'll see how his final stat line shakes out here in a moment. But the black and gold get back within a score. And now it's on to the defense again. Back to the comment section here for a second. Echelon, Aaron, please be healthy next week. Please, please, please. Would love for Aaron Rodgers to be healthy next week. Steelers need him back in a big way. Thomas Dowdy filling us in. The Ravens defeating the New York Jets, so the Steelers get no help there. Is there a final score yet in Patriots-Bengals? I'll be interested in that as well. Kickoff here from Boswell. It's going to be brought up to the 32-33 yard line area by Blackwell, the return man. Took them about 40 minutes, says Echelon there. Do we have an official time on how long that drive took? That was, no, they still have current drive here. That was a 17-play, 7-minute and 47-second drive for the Steelers, which is all nice and dandy. Just wish that they would do that when they're up in games, not when they're down. Because now the Bears, with 6:20 left, they're going to start this drive here, and they can kill off even more clock. From the 32, faking the handoff is Williams, firing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, my goodness, the Steelers just got bailed out there in a big way. Rome Odunze was streaking wide open through that zone coverage across the middle of the field, and if he catches that ball, he might still be running into the end zone right now. He could have run that all the way out of Soldier Field if he wanted to. You had, he would have been gone. You had Patrick Queen and Malik Harrison dropping back into coverage, and then you had a middle of the field safety, Jalen Ramsey. He was shading the other way from where Rome Odunze was running. If he catches that, he is gone. 2nd and 10 here. It's going to be a run for DeAndre Swift. He'll get a couple of yards there. Make it 3rd and 8 here for the Steelers. Big, big third down here. I sound like every single Pittsburgh Steelers dad across America right now. Massive third down. Clock continues to roll here. The game clock. It's going to hit 5:50. There it is. Left in this ball game. 3rd and 8. Looks like we got 13 personnel out there for the Bears. Matter of fact, they might have 2 tight ends in here. One of them, Komet, in the backfield. Steelers, let's see what they rush. TJ Watt, he's looking for a delay of game, and did they get him? Yes, they did. Delay of game on the offense. Back them up even more. TJ Watt stood up immediately as soon as he saw that clock hit 0. Hit one of these. The Bears do not pay attention, and a delay of game is going to make this an even longer third down. TJ Watt, maybe him addressing that delay of game was what caused it. Here's the snap. Back to Williams, firing over the middle. Caught by Colston Loveland, and he is down. Oh, boy, that was almost a incompletion there, and Loveland is down right now. They came back from the replay there very quickly. Williams shooting one over the middle to Loveland on a crosser. Loveland, with Peyton Wilson behind him, takes a massive shot from Kyle Duggar. The ball pops up into the air, and Loveland still is able to corral it. It's now 4th and 2. He's held 2 yards shy of the marker, and the Bears, they're going to punt the ball back to the Steelers. Taylor, standing at his own 25, gets this one away. This ball is going to check up here at the 11.5-yard line. That punt had a very odd trajectory. Looked like it was a line drive that Austin might have had a chance to return. Not the case. It just hits and sort of dies at the 11. What a wonky punt that was. But the defense, they did their job, Flacco. They did their job. They get the 3 and out. They got really lucky that Roma Dunze just dropped that wide open pass. Got a little bit of help. Again, the Bears taking a unnecessary penalty. And now the Steelers offense, like Thomas says in the comment section, they have their chance. Are they able to capitalize on it? We will see. Steelers at their own 11. Rudolph is going to pass here on the first play. Gives it to Darnell Washington. And the big bull, Darnell Washington, does not go down on first contact. Doesn't even stop his forward progression on second contact. Catches that ball about 6 yards beyond the LOS. Makes it an 8-yard gain there. Fights off of a pair of tackles before he finally goes down. Steelers still here running a bit of an up-tempo offense. Rudolph here. Looks like we got... I think we might have the jumbo tight end package out there right now. Spencer Anderson, Darnell Washington to the left. It's a pitch, and running that way is Jalen Warren, and he is going to be a yard short of the first down. He outstretched the ball for the first down, but his knees were down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Maybe even less than that here for the Steelers. Clock continues to tick, tick, tick. 3.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. 3rd and 1. Frazier. Rudolph in shotgun. It's a handoff here to Jalen Warren, and he is just going to tuck his head and bulldoze through a pair of Chicago Bears. First down for the Steelers. The chains move. 1st and 10 now. The Bears had some sort of very heavy defensive line package there. Number 97, Andrew Billings, is going to trot off the field here. 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Under 3 minutes left to go in this game. Rudolph to pass. Was looking for something quick. Comes back over the middle. It's caught there by Jonnu Smith, and he is just going to be wrapped up there at the catch. It's a gain of, I think, 6 yards right there. 2nd down now. Steelers, I would like to get maybe another 2 plays in here before the 2-minute warning. The way they're moving, they're probably only going to get 1. Clock at 2:20 now. Rudolph, empty backfield, takes the snap, dropping back to pass, firing deep down the right sideline. He's got a man in just behind Roman Wilson. Another deep downfield misfire by Mason Rudolph. Roman Wilson, he probably could have taken a better route to that ball as well. A missed opportunity. It's incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 4. Clock stops at 2:14. Steelers break the huddle. Empty backfield again for Rudolph. Gainwell out as a wide receiver. Rudolph taking the snap. Flag flies. Maybe a free play here for the Steelers. Rudolph, he's going to tuck it. He's going to run up the middle. Rudolph has got room. Slides down beyond midfield. What's the flag, though? Let's see what the penalty marker is. It's back at the 24-yard line. And the Steelers, they're walking back. Conversation here for the officials. And it's an illegal formation on the offense. Come on! Damn it! It's an illegal formation on the right side. And that massive run there by Mason Rudolph wiped out. And it's 3rd and 9. That now makes for the 13th accepted penalty in this ball game. 7 for 83 for Chicago, 6 for 41 for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 9. Rudolph taking the snap, back to pass, firing over the middle, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Grady Jarrett, the former Atlanta Falcon, gets his hands up. And now it's 4th and 9. Clock did stop at 2:01. And they are going to punt the ball here, is Pittsburgh. And they're going to rely on the defense. Corliss Waitman stands back at his own 7-yard line. Walks up here after getting the snap, booms this one away. This ball is going to hit here at the Bears 43 and bounce back to the 44. And Chicago, they're going to have excellent field position here. And that is the 2-minute warning. And that might be one of the most costly penalties of the season if you're the Steelers. Just unreal. I think the question in the comment came from THP, who wasn't lined up right. I believe it was Calvin Austin and Kenneth Gainwell. They weren't lined up far enough on the line of scrimmage. That made that an illegal formation. And it negated out a massive run for Rudolph. Pass tipped at the line. The next play. And now, after that punt, 2-minute warning has hit. So, no more stoppage of the clock here for the Steelers. They have all 3 timeouts. And they are going to need to hope for a stop here on this Bears offense. THP here in the comment section. RIP. Wise Tomlin still have a job. This is a tie game if Kyle Duggar catches that pick, says Concepts, going back to another dropped INT for Duggar earlier in the game. All of you asking, why punt? I'm a little confused as well. I mean, yes, you are still in your own territory, but the thing is, even though it's 4th and 9, you go for it, and you make it. If you don't, then you're still in this same situation where the defense has to stop Chicago. And, I mean, worst case set, if you do stop Chicago, then they kick a field goal, and it's a touchdown drive score game instead of another field goal. This needs to be a massive defensive stand here for the Steelers. Still, if you get to stop no timeouts as a quarterback, can't light it up, be most likely inside the 20. I see where you're coming from, THP. I do, honestly. This is not looking good. Good Lord. Seeing if there's anything else going on Twitter right now. They come back from commercial break, so here we go. Ball is at the Chicago 44. Caleb Williams under center. It's going to be a handoff here to Kyle Monongai, and he is going to be met at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a half-yard gain there. Ran into Derek Harmon and Cam Hayward, I think. Peyton Wilson was in there as well. So there's stop number 1. Steelers, of course, they take their timeout. Is it me or is this full CBS? Okay, there you go. That one was kind of messing with my eyes there. They just popped up a graphic for their lineup ahead on TV tonight for Chicago, or for CBS, and it was all grainy and fuzzy. I had no idea what that was. 2nd and 9 here. Under center again is Williams. I think that's Monongai again in the backfield. Steelers have 4 men up front here. They now bring Kyle Duggar down to pitch to Monongai. He is going to trip. Boy, that is a very fortunate situation there for the Steelers. Monongai, if he gets up to speed, he might be able to hit a hole there. Was tripping and stumbling as he got that pitch. Timeout called again here by Pittsburgh. It's going to bring up 3rd and long here. Monongai immediately slaps his helmet. Should have had more than what he got there. 3rd and 7 now. They have one more stop in them. Clock is stopped here at 1:42. Steelers with 1 timeout remaining. Are the Bears going to risk putting it in the air here? Zacchaeus, the wide receiver, in motion. The back is to Williams' right. Williams taking the snap. Looking. Pressure comes from the Steelers. Williams scrambling out. Fires. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Roma Dunze. Kyle Duggar in coverage. Pressure immediately off the right edge there. I believe that was Patrick Queen who came in untouched. TJ Watt was tracking after Williams after the fact. And the Steelers defense, they're going to get that 3 and out. And even better, they're going to have a timeout to play with as well. Clock stops with 1:36. Now let's see what the special teams unit can do here on the return. Calvin Austin pacing back at its 10-yard line. Got a bit of a halt in the pace of play here. Mike Tomlin confirming something here on the sideline. Austin again still just pacing back and forth, waiting for this. You had Danny Smith before that 3rd down play saying something to Austin on the sideline. Wonder what that was. Here we go. Still awaiting this punt here. Play clock is frozen right now at 29 seconds. Wonder what they possibly could be discussing here. Chris Boswell in motion there on the Steelers sideline, about to go over to his kicking net to warm up. Ball is at the Bears' 47-yard line here. Taylor, the punter, stands back at his own 32, gets this punt away. Calvin Austin is going to let this ball hit at the 4, and it's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Taylor, the punter, hands on his hips, not quite sure what happened there. And now, what the hell happened? Hang on, we got a foul on the play here. What was going on? So they just showed something from the break there on the punt. I'm not sure if DJ Moore tripped up James Pierre or not, or vice versa. Pierre went down a little hurt. They popped up flag on the screen, and now they've taken it away. Ball at the 20. So here we go. 1:29. Steelers, they are out of timeouts. They took a timeout. They don't have any more. Rudolph, the pass here. Firing. Crosser over the middle. Caught by Pat Fryermuth. And he is going to be stopped. Forward progress at the 35-yard line. Clock continues to roll here. I wonder why they took a timeout away from the Steelers. Maybe that delay forced the Steelers to take one. Rudolph taking the snap again in an empty backfield. Over here, getting to the sidelines and out of bounds there is Kenneth Gainwell. Clock stops at 1:03. Going to be a couple yards shy of the first down. 1:03 now left to go. Looking here, Gene Steratore. So it was James Pierre that got hurt. Real quick pass here from Mason Rudolph, complete to DK Metcalf. Caught at the 49, and he goes out of bounds. Clock stops again. 3 seconds off the clock and a first down here for the Steelers. That totally slipped my mind there for a second. That explains it now, because James Pierre was hurt on the play after rolling his ankle or something there. That takes a timeout off the board for the Steelers. Rudolph passing quickly here. Caught. And that's a 2-yard gain for Calvin Austin on a quick slant, was hammered by 2 Chicago Bears. Clock now rolls again. 2nd and 8. 45 ticks now left. Steelers got to go about 7 more yards here, maybe 8 to get into field goal range. Rudolph firing, and it's incomplete. Looking for Austin on a comeback. Wonder if CA3 might have lost his footing or not. And now it's 3rd and 8 for the Steelers. Ball is just beyond the 50-yard line. 3rd and 8. Rudolph making some sort of call here to Calvin Austin out wide. Rudolph taking the snap, looking, fires. Caught by Metcalf. He is going to be only getting a gain of 2 here, and the clock continues to roll. Now under 30 seconds. It's 4th and 6. Can the Steelers convert here? It's 4th and 6. Rudolph with the snap, firing, tipped, and it's incomplete, and that's the ball game. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage again, and there we go. Why are we on 3rd and long trying to run shallow stuff over the middle? I don't even know who the pass was intended for. I don't really care. Jaquan Brisker, the safety, rushing on that play. Tips it at the line. It's incomplete. It was quick slants over the middle and out routes towards the sideline. That's all really the Steelers had the creativity for there, and that was a very predictable 2-minute drive. Clock at 3, 2, 1. It hits triple zeros, and the Pittsburgh Steelers now 6-5. They lose to the Chicago Bears, and no Aaron Rodgers proves costly. I don't even know what to say. I'll probably take the next 24 hours or go to try to come up with something. You all probably will as well. Indeed. Flacco here. This one hurt. For once, again, the defense did what they could, and the offense coming up short again. Well, that's going to do it. This game, I think, did a number on all of us today. Physically, mentally, emotionally. So we're going to wrap up things there for the day. Nothing really else to say right now. There's so much to digest, and we'll see how we feel tomorrow. Sure, it'll be a fun live stream tomorrow, recapping this game and everything. And I expect each and every single one of you in here to bring the hot sauce tomorrow, because it is going to be some spicy talk about the Steelers. It's going to do it here for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate it. And we will be back here tomorrow night, probably a little bit beyond 5:30, something like that. And we'll discuss it all then. So for the final time today, thank you all for joining me. On your way out, if you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. Also turn on notifications so that you never miss a thing. Like this live stream, share this live stream, leave a comment if anything comes to your mind after the fact, if you're not going to bring it to tomorrow's stream, and we will reconvene then. So thank you all. Have a good rest of your Sunday night, if that's possible, and we will talk about this crap show tomorrow evening. So long. Peace.